There we are.
Hey. Oh man, and we're starting season 2 with a hype train incoming.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
The moment that we start the season, the hype begins. Hi everybody, welcome to live Rated RPG. Different than Rated RPG previously. And very different than the new RPG, Rated RPG podcast, which I'm certain you've already listened to.
Probably more than once. If you know what's good for you, you got to just pipe that in a couple times each episode, a few times, you know. Really
every time you're in the bathroom, you just turn it on.
Yeah.
Also very different than C-SPAN.
It's not that different.
No, not really.
It's not any different at all, really.
No.
In fact, we just take the audio off of C-SPAN, and that's the podcast, Brad.
Yep.
I mean, Matt Gates is coming in the second hour, so pretty much the same.
Cool.
So anyway, welcome to this Rated RPG. What are we doing tonight? Well, we're going to create new characters for this season. We don't know what we're going to be. We don't know what we're going to do. We know we're in a city called Baxter, right?
Yup. That's right.
And we don't know what what this is going to be, all homebrew, and it's going to be so homebrew that it's going to be like brewed tonight with you guys. We're gonna brew this shit up with your help and our characters and everything, taking your input and ideas. We're gonna riff it all up, roll our characters up, figure out what the story is, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane. So and if we make it to level 5 hype train, then we'll all have a shot and start the night off with some libations.
Yeah, most role-playing groups start with a session 0. We're doing like session -1.
Holy crap, look at that! War Mage!
Wow.
How
War
many?
Mage is
What?
20.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, War Mage gifted 20 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, War Mage.
You're awesome.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Missed you guys. Holy smokes. Wow.
Oh, well, there you go. We're almost to level 5 already, so that was a nice start.
Yeah.
Making my shirt off already.
Subscribe for a month.
That's why I wore layers, Jason. We're just going to strip slowly.
Another thing that some of you, I haven't heard any walk-on. Wait, was there a walk-on?
I haven't heard any blurps, no. But
I mean, don't we not have blurps normally? Oh, but we're supposed to have them enabled now. That was the whole thing. We got
They're
it
enabled,
blurps.
right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nike, hold on,
I've
hold
never
on.
done blurbs, but I'm so ready.
Don't do your walk-ons yet, guys. Please don't do it. Don't do it. I don't even think I have blurps right now.
Yeah, okay, so blurps are on, but
Yeah.
Emery doesn't have them in the program, so he's going to add them to the program. This is brand
yeah.
new for the new chaos laced season of Rated RPG. You will have blurps that just happen whenever you guys want. So when something horrible happens to one of us during role playing, you can play all the hilarious blurps and just amp up the moment. It'll be great.
oh, it's gonna be awesome.
And Emery's going to turn that on right now.
79% to level 5, guys.
We're really close. And how did we get there? I'll give you a quick history of this close to level 5 hype train. Ranger on subscribed for 29 months. Says 'tis time to begin another crawl. Bren subscribed to tier 1.
Yeah.
Welcome, Bren.
Nice.
224. Searing Smith. Carrie subscribed to tier 2 for 52 months. It says 52 months. I must like you guys or something. Well, I hope so. We've been together for 52 months. Malachi played his walk-on, but now he's screwed because it didn't play because Emery didn't have blurps.
I'm sorry. I forgot the blurps.
You can 100% blame him for that. And Emery, you should go back and play Malachi's blurp.
Okay,
you son of a bitch.
I think I just got it set up, but I need to test it. So again, don't do anything yet, people. I got to test it.
You got to play War Mages and Malachi's blurps, walk-ons, due to the massive amount of failure that you've already.
The shame upon us.
The shame, yeah, the shame.
I can't handle this kind of shame, Emery. Fucked up. The first one of the new year. 2023 is already dumpster
Come on,
fire.
let's keep a little optimism.
All right,
Christopher
guys,
Walken.
it's
It's a
working.
rabbit here.
Made it! shots, everyone.
Yay!
Ooh, what y'all drinking? What y'all
did it.
drinking?
Christopher Walken, congrats on your all your awards for Severance, best TV show of the year, I guess.
Did I do that?
Oh, dude, Severance
I
is
in
so
it?
fire.
Isn't it fucking good? It's so good.
Am I on
Dude,
that?
it's so good.
You are, of course, Christopher Walken. You're in.
I
You're
don't remember that.
big
Was
part
that
of
that
that show.
movie? Was that movie with the cats? With the talking cat? Is that
God no, no, Christopher.
Wait, please tell me Christopher Walken was in Cats, because I haven't seen it, but now I have to.
he was in. There was a
Broadway
movie.
play?
No, he was in the. There was a movie with Kevin Spacey where Kevin Spacey got turned into a cat. This is before Kevin
Shep-
Spacey wasn't allowed to be around other
ransom.
men.
Humans for
yeah.
our safety.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he was there in a movie, and Walken played a cat, a pet store owner, who anyway,
No
Kevin
action
Spacey got cursed to
windskulls?
be a cat, and
this
Christopher
game's
Walken was like a
probably
cat person.
perfectly
He
all
was
right.
Always talking about how wonderful.
Like, how old was he? Was
This
this
is
like...
Jedi.
This was like
Was
3 years
this
ago.
post? Oh, shit. I was thinking this was like young. You just got to cut your teeth. This was old. All right, fuck it.
Oh, this
He's
is like
old. What does he
like
care?
4 years ago. Yeah.
Cheers!
All right,
Sorry.
guys. Here's to a new season of Rated RPG. Thanks, everybody.
There you go. That's what I'm having tonight.
Oh,
Cheers.
oh,
Not
these
usually.
shenanigans.
Not usually a Scotch guy, but I'm breaking the seal on the 12-year Scotch.
Oh my God.
I just-
Wow,
That
that is
tequila actually kind of hit.
special. It is a special night. Horseradish Road subscribed for 27 months. It says it's RPG time. Squid Lips subscribed for 29 months. It says choo choo. Risky Business used 50 bits to play something on the Darth Vader soundboard, which didn't play because of Emery's mistakes. And I still don't hear anything. Are they coming through on the stream?
They're definitely coming through on the stream.
Yeah, I'm not hearing them, but then again, I'm not pulling
I don't play
the
stream
audio. in the stream.
audio.
Do I need to? Okay, I got to send the link to you guys so you guys can hear them. I saw that Blake Miller was asking what kind of booze I have on board. So Blake, I have actually a whole bunch of little special, tiny little shots like this. I got a bunch of each of these. So I got some Evan Williams, I got some Dewar's White Label Scotch, and I have some really terrible Sapphire Gin. And then I got just the regular
worst.
stuff. I got pepper
Boy,
vodka.
yeah, this is so freaking good.
Yo, Emery,
Yeah, is it?
for the size of those are good
Yeah, there
boozes.
you
Are
go.
they fairly cheap?
Well, I actually got these for free from a friend because they fell
Yeah,
off the
yeah,
back of
duh.
a truck.
Jason,
Fell
you.
off or did they actually?
Oh, wow.
Was it like when I got a Xbox as a kid for like $30 from Crackhead Mike fall off?
Oh, well.
Shane Loves Games subscribed for 12
Snitching.
months and says, "Love you folks. Have fun. Thank you, Shane Loves Games."
Yeah,
Okay,
get better
I'm
soon, Shane. You got the flu.
nearly caught up. Great White Spark stayed up extremely late overseas and subscribed for a tier 1 for 25 months. It says time to get brewed and nude for D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Digital
yeah.
Dark
Great
Knight.
White.
Digital Dark Knight sent 500 bits. Searing Smith sent 300. Risky Business continued the gift sub from Warm Age Jedi sent 500 bits. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
I think blurps. I'm not hearing blurps. I don't think anyone on the stream is hearing blurps.
What? Oh.
You want to do another test?
Okay. Nobody's hearing the blurps? That's very strange because I'm hearing them. And if I'm hearing them, then the stream should be hearing them.
Stream can hear them.
Great White
Zuki
Spark,
Bao
yeah.
subscribed at tier 2 for 54 months. Thank you, Zuki.
They are hearing the blurps, Aaron. So I'm just gonna hit you guys, all of you guys, up with another link, the blurp link, so that you can make sure that you guys are hearing them.
You gotta email that over.
Yeah, I'll email it.
All right, I'm gonna restart XSplit and see if that helps.
Okay, no problem. To all you guys watching, we're dealing with some technical issues or whatever, but today's episode is going to be really kind of laid back and relaxed. We're going to be doing a lot of world building, character creation, and stuff, and just getting real silly. So don't expect to see a ton of dice rolling, except for maybe at the end.
My feeling is that Blake wants to get you a little drunk, Emery, so that you'll allow us to do what I want to do for my character, which is I want to be a half human, half beholder.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's what I'd like to do.
Ooh.
Jedi sent
Okay.
300 bits, but I don't think he's going to allow it, Blake, unless you get him really lubed up. Jedi sent 300 bits. Stump subscribed to tier 2 for 35 months. Says all falls apart when K isn't around. Yes, it's true. It all falls apart. Stump played his walk on, and I have no idea whether anyone could hear it.
Is a human beholder hybrid called the Beholden?
Oh,
Maybe.
that's pretty good. That's pretty
Did you
good.
guys know? Okay, wait. I gotta finish going through this list. Random guy subscribed to tier 1 for 44 months and says 44 months. Loved your D&D streams.
Hey,
Thank you, random guy. We even did a stream starting soon screen just for you. Okay, am I caught up? I'm getting close to caught up.
so then we just got to open that link and keep it open on a tab, right, Emery?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the blurps that people missed.
Perfect.
I just need to figure out exactly how to do that.
And Teal Tonic subscribed to tier 1 for 14 months. Thank you, Teal Tonic. And now we are caught up. Well, I still don't hear that.
I don't hear that.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
No.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that was.
That wasn't a blurp, I don't think.
That was,
No, it wasn't.
that was a
I'm
burp,
dirty little
not a blurp.
skanko,
It was a burp.
Yeah, that was
I'm
that was a new blurb.
yes.
It's the Dion Green
I'll suck your dick,
exclusive,
dude.
man. Just send me $3 when you get a chance.
Where did you send the link, Emery?
I emailed it to you guys.
Okay. I'll open that too.
Okay.
Blurp.
So yeah, I played Jinxie's blurp just now. Shit, dude. Oh man, there's so many. I'm just gonna play them all back to back. All the recent ones in my history. I'm just gonna play them all. Okay.
Do it.
One after
Yeah.
another.
Nice. What a great name too, Laser Sword Goblin. Wow.
It is.
Good one. I love that one. It's a good one. Oh, Gandalf.
means me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I already played the Skank one.
Perhaps you are not as strong as the Emperor thought.
Stand and be in awe of Mr. Spillypants!
I love that I could just do this.
You guys hearing it?
I've
The
reloaded.
link in the email.
Yeah.
I tried opening that.
Yeah, just keep it open. For some reason, it takes a little while for it to like load.
Yeah, it can. Yeah.
I'm not hearing an XSplit either, so I don't think we're going to be hearing blurbs tonight, unfortunately, dudes.
What?
But you guys on the stream will hear them, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I hate how much time I have to spend shoving fucking meat in my face.
Already a little warm. Oh boy, tequila. You dirty whore.
Does spider have puss?
I don't usually drink scotch. I don't typically like scotch all that much.
Really?
This is a different night for me, I think.
Man, there's only one scotch I like, I guess.
Malachi yelled my name. Why is that? Is it because I haven't played yours yet? Hold on. I need to find it. I'm just doing them all in order. I'm God.
I'm the Doctor.
There we go.
I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Casterbarus.
Lon says, Aaron, would you... Hold on.
Malachi, what's your blurp like walk-on name? What's it called? Because I don't just see like Malachi's walk-on. I just see the names of all the blurps. Is it this one?
Jason eats.
No, it's Jason.
Hey! I heard one! Yay, it's working!
Yay!
Who is Jason? Why does he eat balls?
Oh.
Whose balls
You
does
guys,
he eat?
that's what we needed.
The farts are coming.
The farts finally cleared out the blurp system, and now we can hear it. It's so great.
We're backed up.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Spilly Pants. I can send you the link if you need it.
Mr. Spilly Pants.
Stand and be in awe of Mr. Spillypants!
There we go. Did it. All right.
Well, it's funny. I still didn't hear that one, but I did hear the actual regular blurb. So.
Yeah, that's because when I'm playing them this way, you guys won't hear them, but you guys should hear the actual blurps that
Oh,
happen.
thank God!
now.
I'm so happy.
Good.
You guys, I'm so happy. All right, can we start coming up with character ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
We got
Maybe,
anything else we got to do before we do this, or do we just start laying into it?
I think I'm going to be a human, probably a fighter.
Okay, all right. That's pretty boring.
That's pretty exciting.
No, that's...
Are you joking or are you serious?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get too crazy.
Why not? You liar.
Yeah, you guys, Jason is lying.
I'm gonna be a level 3 commoner.
Oh shit! I gotta look up all the races available. Let's get stupid.
Yeah, get real silly with it.
I want to be a character who just looks like a rock. And that's his only ability.
Like in Everything, Everyone, All at Once, just googly eyes on a rock.
Yeah.
You're Caleb Durr.
He looks like a rock.
You're a Geodude? Okay.
A Geodude, yeah. No, that would be a super dude with a cape. It's Jeff Goldblum. Jeff, what character are you going to play in this season?
I really want to play a barbarian, and he's got a big club, and he comes into a room and he says, "Hi, do any of you ladies want to dance?"
Now, there's a very important poll.
Now, as you can tell, I'm raging mad. You don't want to be around me when I'm... For the love of God, get away from me.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you guys, there's a poll up. You can vote right now. Get interactive with our asses. What level should we start at? 1, 2, or 3?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Kay is here. She's behind the scenes. She's operating those polls, and this is something that you guys will decide for us tonight. 1, 2, or 3. Right now, 3 is out in the lead.
Level 3 is cooking.
It really is.
Wow, it is. Holy crap.
Emery,
y'all really like us.
I have some great news for you.
Okay, what's the news?
Blake Miller says...
Jason!
He did say that.
Jason!
That one, yep, he said that. That sounds like him. All right, thank you. So yeah, Blake said Jason several times, and then he said, "Evening pimps, a nice meager 10 shots to Emery and a little extra for him to do the first 5 in rapid succession. All shots must be the highest ABV, excluding Puchin, good or bad. Enjoy trying to run this rated RPG. Cheers."
Oh, bro.
Right, there you go, Emery.
Okay, hold on.
An extra challenge has been issued here by Blake Miller for Emery to run this session under extreme duress.
Well, luckily I don't have to do a whole lot here, but
well, you have to enter all the information in our character sheets.
That's true. I do have to do that. Okay,
and you have to make decisions, whether good or bad, on the outrageous suggestions we make. For example, Jason already suggested human fighter, which is pretty extreme in my opinion. Honestly,
a little much. Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up.
It's like level 3-1, folks.
Oh,
level 3.
Level
I am
3.
really happy with that. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna have some powers right away. Our characters can be more formed that way now. We don't have to be like complete weaklings and newbies. We can be like, we're cool already.
Yeah.
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 You know, we're all veteran players around the table. All of us.
Exactly.
That's right.
Mr. Andrews says, Baby Cookie was in D&D. What race would she be? Baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All babies are a separate race, no matter what they are. Just babies.
I think she's like a red cap.
Oh yeah, she's totally a red cap. I want to play a red cap.
Cap, but red cap.
Do the Mickey.
Wait, Brad, you should play a red cap. You'd be so good at that. Jamstar says Dungeons and Drunkards. Yep. Go ahead.
What is a lockdown? I have no idea what that is.
A Loxodon is an elephant person.
Oh shit! So I could be like Gangster Babar. All right.
Carney says baby folk. Yeah.
Baby folk.
That's good. Love that. I love that, Carney. That's fantastic. Can we please have Baby Cookie as an NPC in this season, Jason? I mean, Emery. I mean, whoever is running this season.
I could try. Sure, I could try doing the Baby Cookie voice, I guess. Yeah, we'll see.
That would be hilarious. We know that you can sort of do it because you did it on Beer and Board Games a while ago.
I did? I don't even remember that. I must have been drunk.
I think you were drunk, and then Matt was giggling at it. He thought it was He thought it was bad enough that I don't think he felt threatened.
Okay. That's good. You don't want to threaten him. You don't want to make him feel
I
threatened.
can't take the block over.
All right, so I believe my gin is my most alcoholic, so I'm gonna take 5 shots of that real fast.
5 shots in quick succession of gin. You're gonna.
Gin is the worst.
It's terrible.
It is.
Yeah.
It so
Like,
shouldn't be
I don't know why
drunk.
you make it.
I
I don't
know.
know what. Like,
It's
like
real
at
bad.
least Malort has like some whimsy to its terribleness. Gin is just ass. I'm sorry.
It gets you really drunk though. It's almost 50% alcohol, so that's
That's true. That's true.
Hey, Carney subscribed. Thank you, Carney.
Hey, Karen.
And thank you for the baby folk class. I think that's a real possibility.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's taking notes on all this? Kay, can you write down ideas that people give us in case we want them for later, for like not for characters necessarily, but for like what we encounter in the city? Because Emery's going to be too drunk.
I'm gonna create a little journal for you guys. Here, add. Let's see. I can make a handout, and it can be in everyone's journal. Why? What the hell? Why am I doing that?
A
That's
journal.
weird. All players.
All right. Well, you better do this paperwork before you take those shots. Warmage says, "What about a GIF? It's a space hippo,
Like a grandpa?
Hippogriff.
Oh no, I'm thinking a gilf. Never mind. Totally different. Totally different. I would play a gilf though. I would.
They're all making the Magic the Gathering references fly tonight.
Crab lords are innately hostile, like crab lords to ninjas, crab lords to parrots, crab lords to other crab lords. They're ruining this
Okay,
whole
so
place.
I got
This
3
is Jedi.
races I'm thinking about. I got
Wait,
Eric.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that Crab
Crab
Lord's
Lords.
information that we just received?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
That was like the most serious I've ever heard him. Emery, he meant that shit.
I still can't hear blurs.
Try having the Blurp broadcast panel like a separate tab that's open on your computer all the time.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I click on the links, I can hear them, but I don't hear them when they come up.
Like when I
That
opened the
works too.
second tab, it took like 2 minutes for the site to load, but it's been working since.
Yeah. It'll work eventually.
Just- yeah.
Thanks for the lesson, Jedi, on the Crab Lords. Okay, so you guys, I think each of us should go around while Emery chugs these shots and gets massively fucked. We should go around the table and each say one thing about our characters that we know that we want for this season, and then that'll be our springboard, so to speak, for people to make suggestions. So I can start because I know the one thing that I want is I don't want to be a magic user. I don't want any spells. I don't want any special magics. I did that last time, and I'm doing it again for the podcast, and now it's time for something different.
I want steel and bronze. That's all Aaron wants. Okay. I would like a character. So honestly, I felt kind of like I loved Race, but he kind of felt like a bitch a little bit. I was just screaming from the back. I really want to be like, you know, like that meme where you see like the big cat that's like, "Oh Lord, he coming." That's how I want my character to feel by the end of this. I want to feel like I can do some real damage. So if you guys can steer me in that direction, it'd be awesome. I want to be a Bamf just once.
A lot of people were suggesting in Discord that you be like a barbarian and also like what the hell was the other?
Actually, I wanted to be a barbarian before I switch my class for the other one we're doing. That might take the lead.
Ooh.
But it was also like someone was saying combine it with something or other. But anyway, you guys should make suggestions. All right, Brad, you're next.
I'm gonna do my shots now.
Do it.
Yeah.
Take your shots.
I kind of want to play a character that just like he doesn't really care about anything except just fucking stuff up. Like, he doesn't even really care about him. Doesn't even really care about himself that much.
A true agent of chaos.
Yeah.
But isn't that kind of what the character you're playing in the podcast is, like a character that chaos could happen at any minute?
It's true. It's true. Come back to me.
All right, we're gonna come back to Brad. Jason.
Oh God.
I want to play a Southern gentleman, but a real scoundrel like.
Ah.
Somebody that you can't trust around him. with a coin purse or anything like that. And he's gonna be a scoundrel every minute of every day.
Ooh, you're like the evil version of Daniel Craig's character from Glass Onion.
Yes. But he like stab you in the back for no purpose at all, except just his own pleasure.
Okay.
How's it going, Emery?
Not great. This gin is not enjoyable.
What's the name of that HBO show with John Goodman?
I know the
Righteous Gemstones.
The Righteous Gemstones. That's who you reminded me of a little bit, Jason.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
A Righteous Gemstone. How's that gin?
Oh my god. Oh god.
Where the Traveler says Lokatha, you can be a straight up fish. Well, okay. So we know from our one-offs during the other rated RPG season that if someone plays a fish character, we won't be able to understand a single word they say in Discord. Discord hate character, like certain types of characters, like fish people that speak like if you Discord is like, nope, can't hear that. It sounds like you're vomiting, so it cuts you off. So because of that, I would be afraid, unless you are really, you know,
The
a
one
fish
thing
that
that
learned
concerns me
elocution.
about that statement from Aaron, though, is that he rather famously doesn't know anything about any animals except turtles.
I know a lot about turtles. Can somebody please play the turtle sex with the music over it? Turtle Sex of Fire.
Yes.
I love it. I love it so much. It would make me really happy. Jack Russell subscribed for 53 months and says, I'm late. What have I missed? Nothing. Okay, Brad, do you have your one thing that you want for your character? Thank you, Jack.
You missed me drinking 5 back-to-back shots of gin. So
I think he saw that. I think he saw that.
Okay.
Yes, I just thought of something. I want my character to be sort of like the character Brian in Life of Brian. Like, people are always trying to follow him around and adore him, and he hates it.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
okay.
very like charismatic, but maybe doesn't know he's charismatic.
Yeah, and he like doesn't want it. Like,
yeah,
you know, like he's got a posse that he doesn't want.
Interesting.
Here's your posse.
Okay, so I'm trying to write these notes. Brad, can you say that again, but like succinctly for the notes?
So like
in the voice of a fish person.
My character.
God damn it.
So he did something like really popular in his past, and he's got all these people who adore and worship him, but he hates it. Like, he doesn't want them around, and they're always recognizing him and following him around.
Okay.
Sounds like a warlock to me.
Basanova said a Loxodon barbarian. That's what people were suggesting in Discord. Plasto says make Dion a Goliath. Is that a playable?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
What are the features of that? Is it in the handbook?
They're actually a type of giant, but they're just like a very tall, medium-sized character.
Really?
Yeah.
They get a +2 to their strength and +1 to the Constitution.
+1 to the Constitution?
Yes, the Constitution of the United States of America.
Like when they cite it, then they get a +1 to whichever thing they're referring to.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I have some notes. I just want everybody to be able to see them and just like check that they're okay. They're roughly accurate.
Oh
yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Sweet
crushed it,
Southern
man.
gentleman.
You fighting for your life over there, brother.
I mean, the character I really want to play would be like an action hero type character who's like totally impervious to all problems. Like someone had said play a monk because they have really good saves. I think it would be really cool though if I was just like rarely affected by any sort of magic or effects from things, or you know, even like elemental damage. Like if I could Paladin?
Super
really?
plot armor.
Paladins have the best saves, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So you're saying a paladin, but like
they're immune to the most stuff, and they have the best bonus to saves. Sorry, what?
There's so much baggage that comes with being a paladin.
Well, you can,
you know.
So paladins, you know, they have to abide by a certain type of like rules, but you can be kind of flexible with what those rules are. You just have to abide by them. That's the thing, you know.
Something to think about.
Yeah, it's possible.
You should be a turtle.
Yeah,
you should be a turtle paladin.
You know a lot about turtles, so it's.
Oh my god! Can you imagine all of the blurps turtle sex that would get every time? That'd be pretty good. Jamsa says sociopath. Oh, that's a good character idea. I want to be a sociopath.
Oh, great. That'll be fun.
Oh, wait.
That'll be fantastic.
No, that's all my characters. Never mind. Wormage says limited amphibiousness. You can breathe air and water, but you need to be submerged at least once every 4 hours to avoid suffocating. That's kind of like what Brad was doing in our little mini one-off thingy. Blake says drunken pixie.
All right. Let me go ahead and throw something else out here, guys. So we're not only creating characters, but we're also creating a hook for the entire campaign. And that's going to be how these characters like know each other. It's going to be how like events unfold and the reasons for why every episode we have the characters going off and doing stuff. And so that's another thing that we have to kind of create communally as a community of fans watching and also us as players. And the example that I gave to Aaron so that he can understand what the fuck I was talking about when I said this was like, what if you guys are like Ghostbusters? You know what I mean? Like that's your job. You go out, you bust ghosts, that kind of thing. So if anybody has any ideas about that kind of thing, that could help come up with ideas for characters.
Yeah, like we're going to be in a city for the most part. And so, you know, think about that because if it's a really outlandish, you know, crazy, you know, more like a character that you would see more out running around in dungeons or forests or whatever, it might not be super advantageous to have that character in the city. It might be more, we're going to be city-centric, so coming up with characters that can work in this location would be good. Plasto says, I'd love to see Jason as a Deep South bard. Wasted Talent says Jason should be named Jesper Quickload. Ron says, can someone pull off a true pacifist? I bet Brad could, much to our chagrin.
I could do it.
Let's keep going down the comments. We'll get to everybody's suggestions here. Maybe we should start with one of our suggestions so it's a little bit more focused. All right. Why don't we start with Dion? Dion had a pretty solid idea. He doesn't want to be a panty waist.
I want to be, So I'm currently leaning towards GIF because it says they have like firearm mastery, and I might want to play my GIF like if I was Danny Glover and those movies with the racist dude I forgot the name of. That might be fun.
Mel Gibson?
Yeah, you know the one.
I can't believe you said racist dude, and Aaron knew exactly who you were talking about. Out of all the racist dudes.
He has a list.
Exactly.
But there's only a couple in the world, Emery, so it was a short list of racist dudes, you know?
You're right. We're doing a good job of reducing. Oh, God.
There is a new poll up that says, what should the hook be? And there are 5 options I suggest. You vote.
Wow. Whoa.
Oh, all right, let's see. Let's take a look.
We got Bounty Hunter, Fresh Out of College, Small-Time Drug Dealers, Ghostbusters, Oceans, Medieval Heisters.
Those ideas.
Are these all ideas that people shouted out? I bet they are.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good. Kay is taking these because I'm trying to catch up right now. So it's like,
oh, it's very close.
Good job.
I'm gonna go
Kay or whoever made this post.
Or Mitch says a necromancer who just wants to raise a nice family. Yeah, like a retired necromancer who, you know, only made it to level 3 and then decided, I'm gonna go raise a family. He got someone pregnant and was like, fuck it,
I can make life happen the old-fashioned way. I don't have to use spells.
A bunch of, a group of adventurers that have to be like called out of retirement. They made it to level 3, and they were all, they were all just kind of like, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
Candledark, if you like the idea, just vote for it. Candledark wants Ghostbusters, guys.
We could do that.
Vote how you want to vote, guys.
That's true.
Diddy said rock the vote. And who doesn't listen to Diddy?
It looks like
the Heisters have jumped out into a huge lead.
That's a massive lead for the Heisters. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
I do like a good heist.
I love a good heist, dude. I'm such a sucker for one.
That's going to be interesting for me to plan out. Okay, it looks like Ocean's Medieval Heisters has won with an overwhelming majority, actually. Okay.
Now, this doesn't have to be our final option. This option could go up against several new suggestions.
True.
Just to sort of like really nail down the best possible option for the season. So if people have other ideas for the hook for this season, please shout them out right now. Kay will come up with another poll, and we're going to pit this one up against all those to see if people are still for it. I think that's how you nail down a solid, good idea.
How about we do this, Aaron? We do exactly what you said, but we also include the top 2 ideas. And the reason is because maybe people who like really wanted another idea can spend a little bit of time in chat convincing people of why the idea they voted for is really good. Okay. That way you're not automatically eliminated.
You're corrupting.
Yeah. Well, I like the Ghostbusters idea. It got the second most votes, and
perhaps I could be convinced with 500 bits to do a lesser voted for idea for the season.
If there's any Koch brothers in the chat, please relax.
Oh, okay, cool. I love that. Oh, I have to do so many more shots. I have to do 5 more shots. It's been a while. I'll take another one right now. Cheers.
Risky business. Why are you listening to Orlando Brown? That motherfucker is insane. But I appreciate you for also knowing who he is. Wow. Oof.
Oh my god. Oof. I've had almost no gin in my entire life, but like last week and this week, I'm having so fucking much of it. Oh god. By the way, Dion, to answer your question, so many hours ago, it fell off a shipping truck, and my friend's cousin works for the shipping company, and so they can't distribute goods that have fallen off the truck, or so I was told. That's what I was told. I don't know for sure.
It's above board as far as you know. Listen, that'll hold up in court, probably.
Yeah. Oh, Malachi says, Emery, try mixing your gin with half sparkling water, half pink lemonade. Great. That
actually sounds like it might not be terrible.
Those are 2 other things that I hate, so maybe.
What?
I do not like sparkling water. Pink lemonade's okay. But
you should try putting a big shot of gin in a pint glass of stout. See if that works for you.
Oh shit. That sounds good.
Risky Business says, can I donate for shots by pressing the big donate button? That is exactly how you do it, Risky Business. Exactly. We would like our character creation to be as booze fueled as possible. I admit it.
Ooh, if we're doing a heist, I didn't know that. Oh, wait, did they change the name for races? I heard for like the new one coming. Is that a thing? They're not races anymore? Do you guys know
what are they now? What is the word for them? Because I'm confused about that. Jason knows.
Well, species has come up. Lineage has come up. Ancestry is a thing. I don't know if they haven't settled on one, but
those are not as. Those are more confusing to me.
Race is not offensive, but
I like species because it encompasses all the creatures.
No, fair, sure.
No matter how strange they are anatomically.
One idea that I had for my character was, I know that you can do psychic damage, right?
Yes, yes.
So one idea I had was becoming some sort of character who's totally into, like trying, especially since we're in a city. And if we're going to be something that involves manipulating people or whatever, like being some sort of a, I mean, I'd love to be a mind flayer, but I don't think that's going to be allowed. So, something along those lines. Like psionic.
Right.
I've played psionic characters like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much I liked it, but the thing is, like, trying to convince people to do things, especially if we end up doing the heist thing, would be like really helpful, I think. So
yeah. Okay. So you're talking about somebody who focuses on like enchantment more than like specifically psychic damage or something, right? You're talking about
enchantment.
Charming, dominating, that kind of. Okay. Yeah, dude. That's
maybe
great.
Even, maybe just maybe intimidation a little bit.
Okay. Now that doesn't really work with your idea of no spells. So
right.
Unless you want to just be a social charmer, somebody who just uses deception and persuasion and intimidation.
Yeah, I don't know, like I'm open.
Okay. All right.
Brad, have you gotten anybody throw any ideas at you?
I haven't seen any. Maybe I should just scrap what I came up with and just see what people throw my way.
Ooh, Great White, a Power Ranger kaiju? Hell yes, I'd be down for that. How to make it work? No clue, but yes.
I could be a Ninja Turtle. Tempting. That is tempting. That would be fun.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That could be another hook for you guys.
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that do heists. Like that.
Or you just live in the sewers and come out and fight crime every night.
We just come out and whoop ass.
Yeah, because psionics would be spells, so.
And you're gonna stick to your no spells idea?
Probably
I
not.
think I should.
I mean, don't limit yourself necessarily. What's wrong with the spells? Spells are great.
I won't limit myself necessarily.
Spells are what makes D&D fun. Come on, man.
Emery, you're shrinking. You're shrinking right before our eyes.
Oh, God.
I like turtles.
That's nice.
Oh,
That's nice.
God. I gotta get more gin.
Andrew Ron says Aaron be a zombie. No, I don't want to be a
In
zombie.
your head. Just like.
All right, so Dion wants to be a badass. Jason wants to be. I don't really get what you want to be, Jason.
I want to be a thief or some kind of bard or something.
Thief. Okay.
Sneaking around. Yeah.
No, I want to be I want to be like, if we're doing a heist, I want to be the guy who's sort of, I'm not saying I run stuff, but I go in and I'm the face of the group, and
You're
I
the
try
brain.
I try to convince people to do shit that they shouldn't in order to get us.
Grifter.
Yeah. So what's your role if we're doing heists, Brad? Oh, Brad's like the tech dude. He's like the guy who breaks into the vault.
That's actually one thing I was thinking of, is like I could be just really good with machines and tech.
And explosives. How about explosives, or like like cutting through shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting on board with this whole heist thing.
Okay.
We should be playing fucking Shadowrun. Why are we doing D&D?
I know. We are currently coming up with another potential hook. The vote situation is up. Ninja Turtles, Hitmen with no kills, Repo Men, up and coming cult, or City Sanitation. Right.
That's funny.
Turtles.
That's funny.
So good.
It's great because my character in the podcast has a background in city sanitation. No spoilers.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Now can we hear the dun 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 Chariots of Fire version of Turtles? I think it's important. All right. Oh shit! Dude,
Wow.
upcoming cult came out from behind and
sure
destroyed
did.
What?
Sanitation and Repo Man. Yeah,
What?
Wow.
by one vote. Upcoming,
Wow.
up and coming cult.
Up and coming cult.
Who
Okay.
would have guessed?
I did not. I thought
Wow.
Repo Man was winning on that one.
Up and coming cult.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm in.
Coming cult. It depends on the kind of cult.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Are y'all with the cult?
We're not a cult. We're an organization that promotes love. And...
Yeah, this is it.
Dang it, I still can't hear them.
Play it. Click on it and play it, Jason. It's so good and easy and fun.
Jason, is it possible that your Discord audio is going to a different output than your regular computer audio?
Well, I do run through a different system, yeah, for my studio. So
Yeah,
it's possible. But I have heard blurps before. I have done this before, and it has worked. So,
well, shit. I don't know what to tell you then, buddy.
Yeah, I'm liking more and more the idea that I'm the fantasy equivalent of a hacker.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You get to say I'm in? Who doesn't love that?
Heists will be exciting, certainly. Emery, is that something you think you could run? Can you handle it?
I can do a heist, but remember, up and coming cult is still on the.
It's on the table.
On the table.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I can do anything, man. I can fucking whatever. I don't even care. I'll do whatever,
Talk
man.
your shit, King.
Shit.
That's how I know. Yeah.
Blake, are you happy now? Emery thinks he can do anything.
Yeah, man.
it's the
Thanks,
gin
Blake.
talking.
This is another
That
shot of
gin
gin
got him
for
in
you.
a different bag tonight. Let's go.
Crow Oh No says
Talking like
Warforged.
88 Mike Tyson.
Crow Oh No says Warforged hacker. Yeah, could you like plug yourself into machines?
Sure.
Yes.
Why not? You guys remember we're in a fantasy world, right?
Right.
We're in a
Yeah, we can
fantasy
do whatever
world,
we
you
want.
guys.
We're in a fantasy.
Fantasy world, right? Guys, you didn't have 6 shots of gin in the last half hour, so shut up.
That's true.
Yeah.
We didn't, but we could. Someone could help us. Okay.
So we should get a third poll going and then vote on the 3.
Oh, Ron says D&D televangelists.
No,
Oh, yeah,
listen.
okay.
Yo,
guys-
for real?
We're gonna do a third poll, and then we're gonna vote on all 3 options. All right. So we got up and coming cult, we got the heists one, and now shout out your next possibilities. Kay is gonna come up with another poll, and we're gonna go with those 3. So if we were doing, let's think about this up and coming cult thing a little bit more before we move on to the next one.
Yeah.
What's maybe a non-traditional cult, not like your normal sort of like we sacrifice people to summon or please our Lord and Masters. Like what would be a unusual or unique cult?
Why don't you
path?
Rolf a cult?
All right, Brad will do it. Brad.
It's a cult for knowing about dastardly crap shoots. Nope. It's a cult about roaming around and far away toenail clippings.
Hey, nope, that's not working, Emery. Thanks for the idea, though. What about a cult that? What if we combine sanitation workers and cult?
Like,
could there be
we
a
just
cult
wanna
for
spread like irrigation systems?
Do you believe?
Yeah,
Do you believe there's
what if
an
there's
ancient evil being living in the sewers, tempting children to come in and it eats them?
But what if there's a cult of sanitation workers who sort of do their business through trash pickup?
That's like a mob.
What is their business, though?
Did you ever ask me about the business? Come on.
Cult of the Trashmen. Exactly. Lizzie says Cultbusters. Oh, like Ghostbusters who bust cults?
Oh, interesting.
Cultbusters.
Dude.
That way we could go through all sorts of crazy cults, like the toenail clipping cult.
Yeah,
And the
Kay, put that one. Please put that one on the list. I think that has some fucking promise.
Cultbusters.
I'm putting it on the list too. Cult.
There was also Repo Man.
Busters.
Ain't scared of no cult.
You know what? I'm going to replace Ghostbusters with Cultbusters. Because
All right.
Ghostbusters is too narrow. There could be a ghostly cult. Okay.
All right. We got
Cultbusters.
another poll up. Vote now for the third idea for the hook in the city for this season of Rated RPG. Dragon Ball Z types, animal rescue group, traveling circus, Airbnb owners, or toenail cult busters, or cult busters. We don't specifically bust toenails.
Yeah, ignore the toenail in the Cult Busters.
Yeah. Just cult busters, please.
But
the Rolfing didn't work tonight.
No, you're fine. Okay, Rolfing is not supposed to be used for very serious things like this. Okay,
Rolfing is not a precise language.
I shouldn't have
Otherwise
suggested
you're not
it.
Rolfing.
Rolfing is blathering while staying crass.
Staying crass. Yes.
Yeah.
Staying crass. That's what we do over here.
Stay crass, gentlemen.
I'm busting trash.
Hold on.
Okay.
Am I doing my math right?
Votes are coming in, and right now Cultbusters is leading the pack.
Cultbusters.
So my feeling is that Cultbusters and heists are competing right now. It seems like there's just two ideas.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Can they be fused?
Traveling
or do we have to pick one?
circus. Ooh.
Yeah, that would be fun too.
Yeah, that's up on second place there. Nice. But damn, Cultbusters is at 45% out of 5 options. That's a pretty massive lead.
I think that's the most amount of votes too for one.
Says while attempting the... Oh, go ahead, Brad.
Let's think about what the definition of a cult is. Like, what's the basic definition of a cult?
I could ask Google.
Yeah, somebody Google that. I'm going to read this from Jamsa. While attempting the heist of a lifetime, lifting the jewels of a long-lost monarch on display at party for the city's most wealthy elite, our heroes, possibly ex-sanitation workers, discover an up-and-coming cult hiding within a traveling circus performing at the party, bent on claiming them first to perform a rite that will unleash the darkest horrors of the abyss, the toenail of Kraken. All right, well, that covers everything.
That's a wrap. Yeah.
That's it. We've done it.
God damn, we still have an hour or two left of the stream. What do we even do? We got it.
Oh, and then Lizzie says if we do the Cultbusters, there could be a baby folk cult.
Oh, that'd be creepy.
Yes.
It's in a fucking like nursery or like, oh God.
Okay. You guys, what do you think? What are we thinking? Cultbusters?
All right. Okay. No, we do a final poll between the top 3.
Yeah.
The top 3: medieval heisters, up and coming cult, or Cultbusters. Those are the top 3.
All right, we're doing a poll. You're right. This is democracy.
And this is going to be the last poll. We're going to go with this.
Then we're going to start coming up with our characters. Then we're going to come up with our characters, which is going to be even more frustrating, Flexi Quinn. So,
hey, what if we're all from the future?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
What if we are? I'm with it.
Yeah, you could do that. That could be in your character background, sure, and then that could work with any of these hooks.
Final hook. There it is. Vote now. It's your last chance to decide what we're doing this whole season. Ron says. Ron subscribed for 46 months and says the city has 5 cults, each one dedicated to a different infant as the Messiah. And then Brad could be one of them. Actually, it'd be funny if Brad's character was like the obsession of one of the cults that we're supposed to bust. And then
my older self.
We like find out that like one of our cult busters is actually, one of the is the person that one of the cults is obsessed with. That would be funny.
Yeah. All right, everybody, make sure you vote. Get in there and vote. Right now, Cultbusters is winning.
Cultbusters got the lead.
We've also got lots of ideas for heists. So whatever you think, whatever you want us to do, vote now.
Yep. Yeah, all these are great suggestions. So really, just vote for whatever you like the most. I'm going to take more gin shots.
All right, cult. A system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. A relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others as strange or sinister. A misplaced or excessive admiration for a particular person or thing. All right.
All right. Yeah, it's got some pretty general definitions there. Oh my lord. Holy crap, Cultbusters is dominating. We don't have like a you can pay bits to like get extra votes thing going on, do we?
No, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Malachi says, I think I'd rather see them. Yeah, there's Cult of Personality. Oh man, I need to listen to that song again. It's so fucking good.
Jason, I can tell by
right.
the head bobbing that you hear blurps now.
I can finally hear the blurps.
That's fantastic. All right, Cultbusters has won. Some people were like, we'd rather see you guys be the cult. But we ourselves haven't we couldn't see that for some reason. I don't know why. Why couldn't we see ourselves being a cult?
Well, that is something to keep in mind now, Aaron. If you're going to go around busting cults, you best be careful you don't become a cult.
Yeah, is it possible that we are actually a cult who is just trying to destroy all the other cults?
Or we're trying to bust our own cult.
Oh, yeah.
See, one of us is the inside man.
Oh.
So it's like a heist, and we're Cultbusters, and we're a cult.
So that would
It's
be
like
an
Reservoir
excellent
Dogs type.
That would be an excellent like final episode or something where you guys have gotten so famous for taking down all these cults that a fucking cult has formed of people who like worship you, and you have to take out your own cult that has formed around you.
Because we're obsessed with the idea that cults shouldn't exist. So eventually we have to take down ourselves.
So now there's all these cults that have sprung up that worship us.
You know what?
That's great.
Cultbusters is a pretty great name for this adventure. Like in general.
It actually is. What a way to sell this idea. I mean, somebody who doesn't know would see that and know exactly what this is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They really would.
I think this is gonna work. Yeah, it's a nice, it's a good hook because as soon as you say it, people get it. I think, and then we can sort of go from there, making it as complex or simple as we want to.
Yeah, and we can get real silly with the fucking cults, dude. There's a lot of ridiculous shit that you can
and allow us to explore like some crazy shit, you know, in the lore itself. Malachi says, but now each of you needs a backstory as to why you hate cults so much.
Yes.
It's true.
Okay, see, so now we can make the characters, and you guys are busting cults. So how does that inspire you for your character? Maybe you are ex-cultists. Maybe you are ex-cult leaders, some of you. Maybe your family was a cult and, you know, or they got indoctrinated into a cult and you couldn't stop it.
I think it's pretty easy. If I'm a gift, right, I could just be like, some weird cult thought that like our horns gave them powers and my family got killed. That's easy enough. So,
right, like your horn was an aphrodisiac.
Yeah, and so they then murdered my wife.
Yeah. Squidlip says, "Follow the gourd."
I know what Monty Python is.
All right, so we're gonna edit this so that the hook ideas is no longer hook ideas. It's just the hook. You are Cultbusters.
You can do that, right? Right, Drunky Emery?
I just did it, sober Aaron.
Hey, bow,
all right.
Bow.
So then my next question is, what are we doing for characters? So here's what I think should happen. Everybody in chat, you should shout out ideas you have for characters that could be in Cultbusters, and then we will, all four of us will look at chat and latch on to something that we think might be good for our characters. Spidey Mouse subscribed with Prime. Thank you, Spidey Mouse.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Spidey Mouse.
It says, one of you has to get a third mortgage on the family farm in order to rent out a rundown mage's tower.
Oh my God! You know what we should do, Jason? We should tell everybody about the podcast.
Yes.
We got 142 viewers. It's possible not all of them have listened to the podcast.
Oh yeah, Kate, trigger the linkage.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Rated RPG podcast is 2 episodes in, and every Monday a new episode is released. We started out introducing everyone to Aaron's character, Wendell the Wombat. He's a wombat folk. Now this is story-based roleplay gaming, right? So we don't lean super hard into the rules. We don't lean into like reading character sheets. We just dive in and give you the backstory of each of the 4 characters. This upcoming Monday, you're going to meet Dion's character in Monday's episode, and then from there, I believe it's going to be Brad, and then it's going to be Emery. And so once we get to episode 9, they will all come together. But it's vastly different, I think, than the previous Rated RPG podcast, Descend to Avernus. Yeah. So high production values. I've really been working hard on it, and I hope that you love it. So if you go,
the podcast has music. It's got sound effects.
Oh
It's
my God! It just
professionally
sucks you
edited.
in. It sucks you in. And you're like, "Where's the next one? I need to hear the next one." I don't listen to podcasts, you guys, and I listen to this podcast, and I'm just like, "What's going to happen?
I know, man.
What's going to happen?" And I'm the one who's involved in it. And I'm just like, "What's going to happen? Me?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And you guys, Jason, give us a little preview of Dion's character, or Dion, give us a little preview. Which one of you can give us a preview?
We need to be a little bit guarded about some of the surprises because we don't want everyone to know everything.
Okay.
Let's see, Dion, what can we tell them?
There's a theme song for my character that me and Brandon Jensen should have up by the first episode.
What?
It's pretty fucking sick what we got cooking. Yeah. I can say that. I'm very excited for this song.
His character has a theme song.
Wow.
It's going to be so awesome, dude.
I mean, all characters should have theme songs. But,
Anyway, wherever you get podcasts, literally, we're everywhere. Spotify, Apple, all of that, everywhere. And just Google Rated RPG Podcast and you'll find it. If you don't want to do that, go to ratedrpgpodcast.com. We have our list of random items, our D100 list there in the blog, and we have pictures. Emery, your fiance Kat drew some amazing pictures of Wendell the Wombat, so that's there on our website too in the blog.
10 minutes into the podcast, the episode 1 podcast, she was like, "I need to draw Wendell the Wombat. He's amazing."
Wombats have square poop. That's why I was making that square. So go listen to that. There's a link in the chat. We just put that in there. Go listen to it. It's the Green Gold. What is it?
Valley
of Green Gold.
Valley of Green Gold.
Valley of Green Gold. Thank you. I never remember Valley. I always think like the small town of Green Gold or forest of Green Gold.
The Isthmus of Green Gold.
Yeah, the hillock of Green Gold. All right. So yeah, you got to listen to that. And
so if you want to experience the torture of playing this game, go listen to the extended cut. That's on fuckyourbuttnuts.com.
There are extended cuts of the podcast on fuckyourbuttnuts.com.
Yeah. Okay. I always send those there. Yeah.
Okay, we have lots of ideas. There was a poll that I didn't even realize was happening. Character types. Dwarf who dug graves is the #1 voted character type. Second was child of cult leader. Oh. So, Emery, you want to write down dwarf who dug graves and child of cult leader for potential character options?
Yes, I will do.
Now, when we say dug graves, are we talking like I can dig it? Are we talking like they were out there with a shovel? Because I would go either way, the way I talk. You know what I mean? Like, were they just really, really into graves?
Yeah, like, I love graves.
One of us, I think, I think one of our characters has to be a sanitation guy, like one of us, but not all of us necessarily.
Yeah. Risky Business has asked, are these going to be different campaigns that Jason and Emery are running, or is it just a brief aside with? No, these are 2 completely different campaigns. In fact, the Valley of Green Gold we haven't even gotten to Crow Island and Merchant Harbor where the adventure actually begins. These are just the origin stories of the characters, to fill you in on who they are, how they became who they are, and what they are. And then once they finally get to Merchant Harbor and Crow Island, there's like 33 or 34 NPCs that were donated, that were submitted by the Patreon supporters of the show, and locations and adventure hooks. So we have like 3 years worth of stuff to get through in the Valley of Green Gold. So yeah, we're going to be playing that for a while. And this new adventure that we just started, Cultbusters, who knows? Who knows?
Here's the thing, and just keep in mind when I say this, I have had 9 shots of gin, and I'm about to take my 10th. We are creating a pimp-o-matic universe of D&D stuff, or role-playing stuff, because who knows if we're going to stick with D&D forever.
Yeah.
But these campaigns are going to take place in the same world, this world that we're creating. You know what I mean? Baxter is a city in our world, and the Crow Island is an island in our world, and everything that you guys are feeding to us, the ideas you have that we implement into the story, those are going to be solid, cemented into the continuity of our world. So yeah, the fantasy pimpoverse, says Infernal Dante.
Two campaigns in the same world, but they will not necessarily be connected. We'll see, though. You never know.
Yeah.
But we're still coming up with our characters. So I don't feel like any of us have any specific ideas yet. We have 2 things written down. One was the dwarf thing, and the other was the... Oh, yeah, I hope you wrote them down, because I don't remember. Sanitation is definitely one of them, but I mean, like, should be one of them, but that wasn't what the poll was on.
It was a dwarf that dug graves.
Oh yeah,
and Child of Cult Leader. Those are the top 2.
Yeah.
And that last Thank you.
Yep.
Jedi says 3 years and rated RPG time. At least I'll have something to do on my 65th birthday. Holy shit, Jedi!
Yeah.
It's not going to take that long, Jedi.
No, it won't. I wouldn't mind seeing cameos from the wealth of characters from the various For Pimps series. Well, that could be possible. Anything that our patrons suggest is going to get worked in. So,
what if Skyrim, even though it's a continent in the not the Forgotten Realms, the what is it called? Yeah, Forgotten. Oh, I'm too drunk. Oh God.
We've done it. We've done it, gents.
Okay. Maybe Skyrim as a continent also exists in our world, but it's the different Skyrim that we created. Tamriel, right? Yeah. It's not just Tamriel. It's also on our world. Oh, that'd be cool.
Can we call it Chungus?
Chungus?
Oh yeah.
Chungus.
Denali versus
Elder
versus
Scrolls.
the Dragons.
Thank you. That's
says, let's be honest, we just want soggy balls. Well, if you do, then you might want to listen to the podcast. I'm just saying that Wendell the Wombat sounds a little bit like soggy balls and behaves a little bit like soggy balls, and might be influenced by my characterization of soggy balls.
A little bit.
Heavily influenced.
Yep, heavily influenced. Let's put it that way. I just wanted to have fun with my character, and for some reason that character for me is like an easy one to slip into and just like be a lunatic. So
no, I see. I totally understand why you did it, and it works well. And everybody wanted more soggy balls, so really, who could be unhappy about that choice, Aaron? Nobody. That's who.
True. It's true.
Your cat.
My cat is unhappy about everything.
Tintinabulous.
Yeah. I'm at my last shot, my 10th shot of gin. Thanks very much, Blake.
Wow.
Now, clap it up, everybody. Yeah. That's not an easy task.
It's hard. It's been hard.
Yeah, that's grown man shit right there.
I've got great news for you, Emery. After you're done with that shot.
Oh, fuck.
Here we go from Jedi. A good shot for the crew to celebrate the new season. Emery, please drink something nice to cover the taste of that gin filth. Cheers!
Oh, man. If you would have moved, I was about to say you were dead, my guy. Emery, I believe in you. Do you drink like an energy drink when you drink this much, or do you just take it to the head?
Dude. I just take it. I just take it like a
Man,
man.
white dudes in the North are really built different. I swear to God.
They're like fucking Vikings, I guess. I don't know. Emery, you should drink water though too. It really works well in concert with massive amounts of booze.
I'm 6'2" and 340 pounds, so you know I'm not a little boy.
Salute.
I'm not a little boy.
No.
Thank you, Jedi.
A lot of tissue to absorb all that alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, great. Oh, he is. He's a big guy. You guys. He'll be okay. Thank you, Jedi. And then there is.
But you are not a Jedi yet.
He's a big guy, but he's not a Jedi yet. It's true. Oh, is this a Streamlabs, or is there a message from? Where is it? I'll go to. I think there might be a Streamlabs thing because we got another item. I'll check it out. You guys go ahead.
All right, so let's just recap what we have so far. So first of all, we are the Cultbusters. We are in the town of Baxter, a very large. It's like is it a metropolis? Would you say it's one of the largest cities in the whole world, Jason?
Yes, I would say it's a metropolis. Yes,
massive city. Think Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, like huge. London, whatever, Paris. I've never been anywhere, so they're there. They are the Cultbusters of that town. Like they're kind of famous. I mean, they're up and coming, but they've already made the newspapers of the area. Like they've paid off some orphan children to spread the word about their business. They're trying to make some money doing this, and they have experience.
With a capital C.
Exactly. You guys have experience with cults. You're not just loser nobodies who are just grifting. Like you're actual cult busters. You know how to find the cults. You know how to infiltrate the cults. You know how to take down the cults, whether that's through just sheer violence or by enlightening the people and like dissolving it from within. Or poison, that kind of, I don't know what you guys want to do. Yeah. Aaron would like to play a character that either just doesn't use spells at all. It's just a regular Joe who's just really good with his fucking arms and legs. Or maybe he wants to play an enchanter / illusionist who uses tons of spells to trick people. Or maybe he wants to just use his charm and wit like a bard or something.
I want to be a hallucinist who just gets people high wherever he goes.
Or a halluc. I'm not even going to write that down. I don't think you were being honest. I think you were being funny. Brad, the only thing I have for you so far is that you kind of like the idea of being essentially like a celebrity, somebody who has done something awesome in your past, but you kind of regret all the fans and fame that has gotten for you. You don't really like those people. You're a bit more private. Jason, who I think has the most solid idea, possibly named Jesper Quickload. You are a sweet southern gentleman who will betray you and steal your shit and stab you in the back at the drop of a hat.
And then I'll take the hat.
And then Dion, for you, you're thinking you want to just be an absolute unit, a guy you do not want to fuck with. When you see him, you say, "Oh Lord, he coming."
Oh Lord, he coming, baby.
So that's what we got, and that's a lot, guys. That's a lot. You should be proud of yourselves. Everybody watching, all you guys playing, you should be proud. But we need more.
All right, we're going to read some more comments, but first, this is a shot from Risky Business for one of us. Risky Business has been dealing with some frozen pipes in western Montana for 2 days, and this is exactly what I needed. If possible, could Dion roast the shit out of my pipes to get them working again? Thanks, sweeties.
Oh Oh, okay. Give me a second. Listen, first off, how is it even that cold in Montana, motherfucker? You in the middle of nowhere with you basically are mid-level desert, nigga. Get it together. I swear to God, it's January. If the pipes aren't frozen in my house, and my house is made out of plywood and dreams, how the fuck are your pipes breaking down? I can't believe it. And this close to Black History Month, you're gonna pull this shit pipes. I swear to God, I'm using it for the next 28 days. I've had tequila. Don't worry about my math. Worry about the lack of heat in your pipes. Kiss my ass. There you go.
All right, I think Dion gets a shot for that.
I do have some actual advice for you. Do not put a space heater next to your pipes. Do not do that.
Why not?
It will break the pipes. You need to warm them up slowly. You cannot warm them up quickly.
That's right. You got to get in there and just kind of gently caress the pipes. You kind of warm them up slowly. Can't just jam a bunch of fingers in them. You got to talk all sweet and nice to them a little bit and see what happens.
That's good.
I'm trying to get in character.
Yeah.
Risky Business says human fighter. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to be a human fighter who's just secretly like really fucked up.
Okay, so Bossa Nova, Loxodons look cool. I don't know what the hell a Vengeance Paladin is, and I know that barbarians are like tough.
Non-flesh.
But
Meanwhile, guns are working. Welcome, Manflesh.
Yay.
So barbarians, what's cool about them is that they don't have any magic. They are just straightforward. We're gonna fuck your shit up. They don't wear armor. They move quickly. You know, they're not slowed down by armor.
So they're like monks, right? Where they get like a no armor bonus.
They're like monks, except monks are generally considered to be like wise and contemplative. Barbarians are just all about rage. They fly into a rage, which you can do a certain number of times per day, and then they get massive bonuses to their combat rolls while they're enraged.
And monks are often like defensive oriented. Barbarians don't care about defense at all.
Right. Monks will strike you in your weak point. You know, they're like martial artists.
Okay.
Barbarians are like, we will hit you over the head with the heaviest object we can find, and it doesn't matter if you're wearing armor, it'll just go straight through and just knock you the fuck out. That kind of thing.
It's like in Bleach when Kenpachi, he couldn't beat a guy because he was like, your sword technique's weak until he used two hands, and that's the only technique he had was using a second hand, and he cut right through him, essentially.
Sure, yeah, they're not subtle.
I'm sure you're all big Bleach guys, yeah.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes?
Mr. Evil Shaggy has a couple times now said, check out the Soul Knife Rogue.
Ah, yeah. Soul Knife Rogue is like a psychic rogue. And so that could be a good use of your because it's kind of like a psyker like you wanted, and a little bit manipulative and whatnot. But I don't believe they have spells, the Soul Knife Rogues don't.
Oh.
Don't they have they have like just psychic versions of spells, like powers. They have powers.
Limited psychic abilities,
That's getting towards what I want to do. Anna Heffernan says, what if Brad accidentally saved a child from quicksand so people think he's this awesome kind dude, but he actually hates kids? You know what I was thinking, Brad? What if you're like the R. Pat's version of Batman, where you're like Bruce Wayne, but you like hate being Bruce Wayne, you don't want to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
You know, you're like resistant to your... Because I feel like one of us, since we're in this big city, one of our characters should be like a bigwig who, has some wealth and maybe even funded the Cultbusters in the first place. Because how did we get started? I mean, seems like maybe
the cult was like the rich person's like muscle, but then they went too far a different direction. Like basically what America did with Al Qaeda. We gave them a bunch of weapons for a different reason, and then they just kept the shit.
Right, so we're like Al Qaeda.
Well, Season 2, baby. Only light topics. Here we go. Yeah.
Fatal Teddy Bear says, not a healer in the bunch. Can't wait. Well, I mean, who wants to be a healer, right? We never healed in the last season.
That's why they had
we
healing
had
potions.
those berries before Coslo died.
Yeah, we have berries. We can always just eat berries. It'll be fine. We've got a Warforged, I believe, in the new season, so I don't know if we want another Warforged, but we could have one.
Technically, we don't use Warforged in this universe. We use like constructs, because Warforged is a very specific kind of construct. We use the Warforged stats. So,
yeah,
got it.
I've been thinking about because someone had suggested like the child of a cult leader.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned before about being from the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my character was basically like, part human and part construct. And that was what I had to do in order to travel back in time and tell people about this cult stuff.
So you're a cybernetic alloy?
Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cyborg 009? Hell yeah. You guys watch that show. It's great.
Yeah. And like I can kind of jack into things, but it's sometimes like at the cost of my like sense of self. So I'm like different characters sometimes if I do things wrong.
Oh shit! The movie I've heard of.
Yeah. All right, Brad. So I have here another idea for you. Would be Cyborg, who traveled back in time to create the Cultbusters to stop an apocalyptic cult.
That's why the blurb was just playing, I think.
Yeah. Very nice.
I love that idea, of course. Any way we can work Terminator into the story is going to be good, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
But, okay, here's the thing, you guys. I know what's happening now.
What?
We are taking classic 80s movies and turning them into our campaign. So we've already got Ghostbusters, and now we've got Terminator, and if I'm not mistaken, you also just basically suggested RoboCop as well, Emery.
Yes.
So you guys,
And I kind of said Lethal Weapon earlier.
And also 80s and 90s books, because you're basically Neuromancer, I think, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm Neuromancer. Yep, which is William Gibson's, most famous novel. If I'm going to be the Rogue Soul Knife, which I'm looking at, and I'm like, I like this. This is cool because it's, it's not spells, it's just abilities.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Never played anything like that.
And I'm going to be on Golden Pond.
You're going to be like Hannibal from A-Team.
And Mr. Evil Shaggy says we got Conan the Barbarian too.
Yeah, Dion can be Conan the Barbarian. Oh, amazing.
The pictures of the movie, so yeah, I get it. Yeah. Just a big motherfucker.
I've only played the video game. I actually haven't, seen the movie or read any of the comics or whatever the fuck Conan's
you don't
from.
need to see the movies.
Okay.
You get the idea.
It's a classic, I'm sure.
Thundar the Barbarian.
Of that.
1994. From out of space comes a runaway planet, hurtling between.
I can tell you about Thundar the Barbarian. That was the best cartoon ever made because it never should have been a cartoon made for kids, and it was the best. The Earth gets cracked in half, and Thundar the Barbarian and his what's his companion's name? Ukla?
That sounds right.
They run around in the apocalyptic wasteland, like doing stuff. It's such a great idea for a cartoon.
Damn. Well, Dion, you got some homework to do if you do end up being a barbarian.
Apparently so, bro. Listen, Thundar the Barbarian. I'll actually type it in. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. Now
it was a cool cartoon.
Jason,
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know if it aged well, but I hope so.
What does? I have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody ages well.
Mr. Evil Shaggy says, Dion, check out the Rune Knight Fighter. They can grow to a large size as a bonus action and can tank with the best of them.
Oh, shit. That's a great idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And you could be, What's the like subterranean race that can get big? Is that Dwergar or is that Darrow?
Yeah, the Dwergar. Yeah. You could be a Dwergar Rune Knight or a Goliath Rune Knight or something like that. Those are all absolute units for sure.
So I could basically be like the one dude from Super Friends who gets larger, the Native American guy. Like,
yeah. Runes in the like Forgotten Realms universe, the like D&D universe. Runes are like giants created them. So the Rune Knight utilizes giant runes to sort of like emulate giant abilities. However, we can flavor that to however you want. So like if you just like the fact that you can get big, but you don't want to be tied to giants, that's totally fine too.
Sure. Is there an issue with being in a giant versus like the not Lexapro, Loxapan? What do they call that?
No, man, you can be whatever you want. You know, like we got wombat folks in this universe, so it's
you also suffer from depression.
Yeah, Dion, you can take whatever medication you want, man.
Oh, it's gonna be a great season. Okay. Wait, so if I was to take the Rune Knight, are runes like a spell I cast? Like I don't like what makes that different?
So Rune Knights are fighters, but they tap into powers of runes, which are just basically it's like a magical symbol. And maybe you're covered in these runes, like they're tattooed onto your body or you have them etched into your armor or whatever. And then you just activate them and that gives you special powers for a certain amount of time. Okay. And I think
I kind of dig that.
Growing large is either an ability they all have, or it's like a really common ability that most people pick for them. But there's a lot of different choices.
I'm looking them up on my phone because if I put it on the laptop, everything's going to freeze. It's pretty much at its limit. All right. Rune Knight Fighter.
Random guy says, I think one of your characters should be min-maxed stats and that it should be reflected in your character's persona. Well, Emery, how are we rolling these up? Because I don't think you like to do that, right?
That is a great question. Okay, so let me just explain my philosophy when it comes to stats. And this is by no means me telling anybody that what they want to do is wrong or bad. Like D&D is entirely up to your individual taste and your freedom, and how you have fun is fucking great. This is just my personal philosophy. I think that doing a point buy or a standard array for your stats is the best thing to do. And that is simply because the math involved of how they created the game is kind of a little inflexible, and they designed it so that you are assumed to have certain bonuses to certain ability scores in order for you to have a fun time playing the game. And so when you roll random stats, you are risking the possibility of either getting far too high of rolls or far too low of rolls. And when you roll really, really low, you have a character that now suddenly is kind of a hindrance to the party. You're not really able to cast as many spells as you should, or as effective of spells as you should. You can't hit the enemies very often, that kind of thing. But the opposite can happen too, where you roll too high and now suddenly you are outclassing everybody. Like the things that you're just casually okay at, you're just as good or better than the other people who that's the thing they specialize in, and then the thing that you specialize in, you're miles ahead of anybody else who is, trying to specialize that as well. So I just don't think anybody wins when you roll for your stats, because you either get average and then everything's fine, or you get one of the two extremes, and that either kind of makes you suck, which punishes everybody, or it makes you way too good, which punishes everybody but you. So, all that being said, that's why I prefer standard array / point buy, but it is also really fun to roll. So I totally understand why you would want to do that. It's kind of fun, and especially in like short campaigns where you're not going to be, connected to the character too much. It can be kind of hilarious to just roll and get a really terrible character or a really amazing character, and it doesn't matter because you're only going to be doing it for like 5 sessions and then it'll be over anyways. So,
question: Do we So if we were to do the thing you just discussed, do you get like one redo roll, or you're fucked if you're fucked?
The way that I like to do it is you roll 4d6 and you drop the lowest. And that generally allows for you to have pretty okay stats, possibly bordering on a little bit too good.
Sure.
Nova says, totally, yeah, Goliath Rune Knight. That could be very interesting.
My opinion is if you're going to do away with rolling, you might as well just say, if you are a fighter, here are your stats.
Yeah, that's the counter argument, is that there are very specific numbers that you want to hit if you're going for like an optimized character. And every character of said class is going to be the same as far as their stats go. That is the counter argument. So I understand that for sure.
Tabaxi. Cat-like humanoids driven by curiosity.
Yeah, they're like Khajiit. Yeah, very much like Khajiit.
I'm looking up a bunch of lineages.
Have you checked out the Dwergar yet, Dion?
No, I haven't. I like. Is it spelled like D? I'll just start typing in Google to finish it.
Deuergar.
Okay, and that would work off the Rune Fighter build, or just
because they're like deep dwarves, but they can make themselves giant sized for a while.
Heck yeah,
they're real interesting.
What about a changeling soul knife?
Oh, a changeling. What are changelings, Aaron?
Changelings are fae, with ever-changing appearances. Changelings reside in many societies undetected. They can supernaturally adopt any face they like. For some changelings, a new face is only a disguise. For other changelings, a new face may reveal an aspect of their soul.
Okay, all right. I think that would be really good when you're trying to bust cults, especially from the inside out.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, shit. Did somebody edit the campaign notes and delete a bunch of shit? Weird. What? I don't know.
It really wasn't me.
Suddenly, they're all like, a lot of the notes that I took are like gone. But
you deleted them.
I didn't delete them.
You deleted a bunch of stuff. You're like, I'm going to delete a bunch of stuff and make it simple.
Didn't hear you say that. You said I need to delete all of this. It's a lie.
All right. Okay. Hold on.
Wait. Obi-Wan Hadamani says, what about a ghost soul knife? Wait, you can be a ghost? Wouldn't that be hilarious if I was a ghost?
It would be.
Dude, that'd be kind of sick. We can never high five, though, man.
I don't see ghost as an option here.
I mean, that's not a normal race.
Then we'd be doing the Sixth Sense.
Yeah, exactly.
If one of us can see him and the rest can't.
I think somebody suggested a Herondon for you, Jason.
A Herondon.
I think a Southern gentleman rabbit person would be great.
Dude, in the year of the rabbit?
Would you have a top hat and a monocle?
Yeah.
An ascot and a cummerbund.
Oh my God! Come on. Imagine the fucking fan art, Jason.
I will do it. And where is it in the list, though? I need to find that.
What's it called? A Carblarfums?
Herondon.
Mr. Jinxie said Herondon swashbuckler.
Yeah, swashbuckler makes honestly the most sense for what
all right.
Described.
I'm seeing rabbit folk.
Rabbit.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear.
Every rabbit.
All right.
Every rabbit's southern. Yeah.
And then, Aaron, you were thinking about doing a changeling
soul knife, baby.
Soul knife.
Yeah, write that shit down.
Changeling soul knife. Oof.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be so.
That just sounds like a dope ass jazz player from the 40s. But yeah, I used to listen to Jazz and Soul Knife. You know, he toured a little bit with Count Basie back in the day. Boy, he could play that tambourine, man. Oh, I tell you.
Colonel Thumper.
Colonel Thumble. Colonel Thumble.
So you don't like the name? Fuck, dude, the name was deleted. I did not delete that. Oh God,
right. Emery, who hacked into your
things got deleted?
program?
Something got deleted on these campaign. What I think possibly happened, and this is not me being accusatory.
Jesper Quickload.
Jesper Quickload. Thank you.
Don't worry, everybody's got our backs.
Can I still be Colonel Jesper Quickload?
Yeah, go back in and see what.
All right, Colonel.
Corp says it's Gremlins. It's true. If it's like 80s movies, then it would be Gremlins.
All right, cool. Aaron, changing Soul Knife. Brad, there was something else that you had written or you had mentioned. The cyborg. The cyborg from the future.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Cyborg.
Yep. And I can hack into stuff.
Yep.
But sometimes it means I absorb like virtual characters for a little bit into my personality.
And this will still work because it's like we're heisting cults, basically. We've basically incorporated everything.
Dude, I think heists will be a part of this for sure. So those of you who are big heist fans, I will make sure to include some heists up.
Well,
there's going to be everything. There's going to be cults.
You need special equipment to bring down cults.
Yeah. All right, so we got the changeling Soul Knife, who mixes psychic abilities and thievery and roguishness. We got the cyborg hacker from the future, who traveled back in time to stop an apocalyptic cult, who sometimes loses parts of him when he's hacking into equipment. We got the sweet southern rabbit folk, Colonel Jesper Quickload, a swashbuckler who will betray you and steal your shit. And then we have Dion, possibly a rune fighter, or maybe a barbarian, who is an absolute unit. You do not want to fuck with him. And when you see him, you say, "Oh Lord, he coming.
Oh Lord, he coming."
This is good.
Scummy Bear 88 says Brad Cyborg doesn't have legs and rolls around on giant ball bearings.
His balls. He rolls around on his own balls.
Oh my God!
That's the
please.
12-year-old in me. I love it.
It has to be. He has to have like balls for feet, please.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I love it.
5E Entertainment. What's up, my homie?
Yeah.
Thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you, and congrats everybody who just got subbed. You're subbed.
Captain Ben N subscribed at tier 2 for 46 months.
Yeah.
It says so many months of big pimp and fun. Thank you, Captain Ben.
Yeah, Captain Ben.
So a Dwargar is
Brad's nemesis is stairs.
Brad, I think you have the right idea. I'm kind of leaning towards it because then I can it's got something to do with mounts and shit.
Yes.
And if I can mount something bigger than me because I can enlarge, instead of being a T-Rex, if I can be on a T-Rex and control, do you understand? Listen, man, they can't say shit to me.
I also love the idea that you will have a power to turn invisible at points as a barbarian, which is great.
Ooh, I didn't even get that deep, but dude, because. Well, okay, so I was looking at fighter still, so I should and barbarian instead of yeah.
Well, fighter's good too. Fighters are very flexible.
Look, everything I'm doing is off a suggestion. People just said fighter first, so that was the first one I was doing. There's no loyalty beyond I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
totally.
5E Entertainment gifted an additional 5 subs.
Woo! Yeah!
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is all. I can already tell this is going to be a really exciting and fun season.
Here's the thing. Does someone want to just start making their character?
I am already. I'm doing it.
Oh my God, you are? Oh,
I'm already doing it.
Outrageous.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to spy on what you're doing. I'm going to spy on it.
Yeah. Spy on it.
Oh my God, guys.
Wait, Brad, did you mean Spriggan instead of Dwargar? Because Ron, I think, is saying we might have mixed it up.
Spriggan instead of Dwergar. Oh.
I mean, they're different things, but
Oh, he just said maybe that's. I'm just gonna look it up. I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh man, I don't have Spriggans in my Roll20 library.
Then never mind.
We can do it. We can do it. We just won't be able to look it up in Roll20.
I just had never heard of a Spriggan. So
from what I understand, I thought Spriggans were like. I thought they were small, like plant creatures.
In Skyrim, they're like they're almost like elementals.
Yeah.
I thought they were a type of fae, but I don't know.
Yeah, they must be.
Ron says Spriggans can grow larger, but I do believe that the thing that Brad was thinking of was definitely Dwergar, because they classically can also become larger.
Yeah. Okay. Well, these are brand new, so
yeah.
Jinxie says Spriggans are small tree folk.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I'd be almost like the people from Fern Gully a little bit.
Yep.
Love that movie, dude.
They grow into treants.
Oh, that's
like I don't even know where to begin with my race if I'm going to start making my character.
Right.
Or like yeah.
And you're the one who's like a cyborg. So yeah, we might have to come up with like kind of a custom race. We could start with Warforged as a base, because Warforged are like mechanical, so to speak.
Exactly.
But then we can make some changes to that.
Wasted Talent says good synergy with Rune Knight.
Oh yeah? What has good synergy? The Dwergar or the Spriggan?
I think Spriggan.
Interesting.
Hey, wait, you called me out, and you're very correct.
All right, well, he could be, he could be like a chatty Spriggan. There's no reason that they all have to be. Maybe when they're young, they got more energy, and so they talk faster.
Wasted Talent says Dwergar have good synergy with Rune Knights. I would definitely.
Dwergar.
I would agree with that.
Gotcha.
For sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I read during this lookup that Goliaths are like the best for it, but I kind of like what the Dwergar has going on. Dwergar? Whatever. You know what I mean.
I think it's Dwergar. I'm pretty sure. That's how I've heard most people pronounce it. Yeah.
Not Dwergar.
Yeah, maybe. Dwergar.
Like, who really cares?
Yeah,
Gar?
who cares?
Who really cares, Gar?
Who really cares, Gar?
Peter Skarsgård.
Jinxie says, I thought it was Durgar.
Durgar.
I'm a Durgar. Name me Florida.
Kilty Pleasure says, if he wants to be a robot, you could always find a way to incorporate GURPS robotic tables into Roll20.
Ooh, that's... shit. Now I want to look that up.
Dude, you guys are coming up with all the ideas tonight. This is so exciting.
Yeah. Chat is carrying us, man.
Jason, how's your character coming along?
Coming along great. I'm doing a point buy for my ability scores.
Ability?
I want Emery to do my character stuff.
Yeah, you
I
want
just
me
assumed he would, like he did last season. I didn't ask him, which is mean, but...
Who was it that... Okay, Kilty Pleasure. Can you possibly provide a link to either a PDF or just something about the table that you're talking to? Because I've found some things, but I need to know that what I'm looking at is what you're actually thinking of when you say the GURPS robotic tables.
Are we using Character Mancer?
I don't think that's a good idea.
No,
unless you know for sure that you're going to be playing a character that's literally just a D&D class and race. Go for it, dude. Character Mancer. But if
I'm not, though, am I?
If you think there's a possibility you're not going to be doing a vanilla D&D character, then
I'm a changeling.
You can still custom change anything on your character sheet. You don't have to do it with the Character Mancer. I mean, you can create the character with the Character Mancer because it hits all the bases.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, honestly, dude, do whatever you feel like, because my opinion on whether to use a Character Mancer or not doesn't fucking matter. It's because you're going to be making the character. So whatever is easier for you.
How's your liver doing over there?
I have to pee.
All right, we're going to give Emery a quick break.
Looks
gonna
like
go
Dion
pee.
went to use the bathroom.
We're starting to come up with our characters now. We're getting into this phase. Jedi says character man says a nightmare. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Unknown says circling back to the dwarf who digs graves ideas. Dion's Duergar could be responsible for the city's catacombs.
Ooh.
D&D Beyond says Duergar or Duergar.
So it's either one. Ron says, are there still Tinker Gnomes in Dragonlance?
Tinker Gnomes.
I hope so. A new Dragonlance.
Tinker Gnomes.
Well, a new Dragonlance novel just came out. I saw it at Barnes and Noble. Wasted Talent says, Brad, look at plasmoids for your T2 Terminator.
Have no fear, students.
I don't.
I am
Mage is here. Welcome, Mage. Welcome to the stream.
Mage.
We'll probably see Margaret Weiss at GaryCon.
Oh, yeah. She comes
I'm going
to
to kidnap her.
Really? Great. It's good that you said that ahead of time so they can make sure you're not allowed at GaryCon.
No, I'm not going to kidnap her. I'm going to kidnap Joe Manganiello.
Okay, good. Well, I'm going to kidnap Tom Wham because he made my favorite game, Kings and Things.
Well, he might just come with you. You might not have to kidnap him.
You're right.
Pretty easy to kidnap, I'm pretty sure.
I wrote him a fan letter when I was a teenager, and then he never responded. Probably because my fan letter was really lame.
You could torture him until he responds if you kidnap him.
I took your game and I changed all the rules, and I love it. It's kind of like a shitty fan letter where it's just like, your game's really good, but I also added my own rules, and now I love it. And yeah.
I thought you were trolling him.
Yeah, he probably didn't. He doesn't respond to any letters, I bet. That's my theory.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand letters.
That's got to be it. It wasn't whimsical enough.
Brad, your video has cut out and everything's changed.
No, Brad.
That's because I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still the same. I'm all right.
I'm the same.
Mage says, "What about a shifter ranger? What's a shifter ranger?" Just to update anyone who just tuned in, right now, our current character possibilities. I'm considering a changeling soul knife.
Okay.
Jason's considering a southern rabbit.
I'm a southern rabbit. I'm a herringon.
Right.
I'm a swashbuckling rogue.
All right. Dion's considering a Duergar something or other. Emery?
Yeah, Duergar, Rune Knight, or Barbarian of some kind?
Yeah, and Brad is considering...
Brad is considering to be some sort of cyborg who has come from the future, who traveled back in time to stop an apocalyptic cult.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Perfect.
I like this idea of plasmoids. I need to look those up.
What are plasmoids?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking
know. Tell the class.
They are ooze creatures. I was looking them up. They're basically oozes that try to simulate being humanoid when they need to.
Oh.
So they're like a T2.
Oh. That's
neat. They can like
squeeze
through tiny openings. And
oh, so you and I would both be kind of changeling-ish, except you could squeeze through tiny openings, and I can like psychic blast people.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
They could shape their body to give themselves a head, 1 or 2 arms, 1 or 2 legs, makeshift hands or feet. So yeah, they can turn themselves into like a humanoid. That's cool.
Do we care about alignments for this? Our cult busting?
It's, it's like a koala bear crapped a rainbow in my brain.
All right, so alignments. To me, if you're a cult buster, you're probably somewhere on the neutral or good alignment. But I could see an evil person maybe being a part of the group, but seems more neutral, maybe good
if
alignment.
They, depending on if they were raised by a cultist or something, they could potentially be evil but want to destroy cults.
You'd probably be a secretly evil person,
Yeah.
And just kind of be in it for the paycheck, that kind of thing.
Okay. Ooh, proficiencies: deception, insight, intimidation, or persuasion. Oh my god, how do I choose? I want all of them.
Oh, well, you can get some of them from your background or from your race, potentially.
Oh god, do I have to come up with my background right now? I feel like that's too hard.
Digital Dark Knight, we're kind of rethinking where our funds go. So I don't know if there's any more official D&D pizza, although I'll be ordering them here and there.
Oh, yeah. Jason, should we talk about our Patreon and any updates to that now?
Oh my god, yeah. We have 6 tiers in our Patreon right now, and they are amazing. If you go to patreon.com/ratedrpg, you can find those there. And we wanted to give enough of a range so that if you wanted to just jump into one of the higher tiers to get some of the rewards there, or you just like, I just want to support you guys, and here you go, you can do that. You can just do a thing for like 1 month, because Patreon charges like right when you become a patron, and you can also pay by the year. So if you're like, I'm just going to do a lower tier and I'm just going to pay the whole year, you can do that too.
But
Go ahead.
like, okay, so like before you get into the details, let me just explain to you why you should consider becoming a patron, because probably a lot of people are just thinking like, oh, it's time to go get a snack or like take a dump or something. But like these are like the best fucking rewards for a Patreon like ever, and there's a reason why, because you're gonna be in the fucking game. You're gonna be in the adventure with us as a character. In a like either as a character that we meet or a character that is talked about in a newspaper. They're like these are rewards that get you sort of role playing along with us.
Cult leader.
Okay,
possible.
You're actively joining us for the adventure instead of just supporting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many?
I was
how
just
many
gonna say,
times do you get
literally
to
during
actually...
the recording. I was just saying, yesterday during the session for my character, one of the Patreons, they came into effect during something we did during it. So like you're fully involved. That's all I was saying.
Nice.
Sorry. Go.
Yeah. When else do you get to like actually create content of something that you're a Patreon of?
Right.
Yep. Your ideas get incorporated into stuff, and I'd say just go check out the rewards. We put a link in the description, and there's lots of good reasons to support the show, and we're not going to try to convince you. You should just go look, and if you don't want to do it, then you don't do it.
I'm not going to read them to you.
Problem.
I'm not going to read them to you.
Yeah, and we should be clear too that you can be involved, at the level of where you're included, either in the live shows or on the podcasts as well. So it's kind of up to you. We'll talk to you. We'll be like, do you want to be limited to the podcast, your character, or do you want to be involved in the live show? Because they are kind of two separate things, but they're in the same universe. So we will communicate with you. We will work with you to figure out what you want and how best to incorporate you into our world.
And we have a T-shirt. Like that's the one thing I want to say. There is a T-shirt, and the logo was designed specifically for now.
Wait a minute, Jason. I'm sorry, but isn't there also a sticker?
Well, yeah, but the sticker you get if you can become a gorgeous Phoenix Brigade member, and you get a certificate that's autographed by all of us. It's signed by the original gorgeous Phoenix Brigade.
Yeah,
that's in there, and then you get this awesome 4x4 gorgeous Phoenix Brigade holographic sticker, which we just ordered. We'll have those in February to ship those out, and then if you do the next tier up from that. If you're in that or any higher tier for 3 months, then you get the gorgeous Phoenix, or not the gorgeous Phoenix Brigade. You get the sticker, you get the certificate, plus you get a T-shirt, the Rated RPG Shield logo T-shirt. So,
dude,
Jason, go and read it.
We're gonna have to make
Jason,
a
how do you get a T-shirt made out of stickers, Jason?
You have there's fraud involved. I wouldn't recommend it. You have to create a number of. You get some fake credit cards off the dark web. Yeah. But hey, it works out well for us.
Yeah. Soon we're going to have to make some Cultbusters merch because I see that.
Oh my God.
I see that selling.
Yeah,
and Scummy Bear, if you want a walk-on here on Twitch, you have to be a level 2 subscriber on our Twitch to get a walk-on. No patron. just a subscription here on Twitch. All right, so for the rest of this stream, I think we're going to start making character decisions.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So if you guys want to be, I want everyone to be who's watching to be involved in the character decisions as well. Okay?
Hell yeah.
And give us feedback and stuff like that. So if we're going to go forward on this, then let's get feedback.
Yeah, we need to do one at a time, I think. So who wants to fucking finish your character like right now?
I'm almost finished with mine right now.
All right.
All right, so Jason needs feedback then.
Well, do I?
Yes.
I'm almost done.
It's up to Jason. Jason,
All right,
are there any things you would like feedback on?
So I went with Haragon, not Rabbit Folk, because I just typed in Haragon. So I've got the Haragon stats, right?
Sure.
It's not that much different than the Rabbit Folk. So higher charisma, right? So if we go down the list of my ability scores, my dump stats, strength. I got a strength of 8.
Totally fair.
Then 15 for dexterity, 12 for
Excellent.
constitution,
Okay.
10 for intelligence, 13 for wisdom, 17 for charisma.
Nice.
I might nudge that around a little bit because it was point by, so
Right.
I can nudge so I don't have two that are kind of hanging out in between.
You got a lot of odd ability scores.
I got 2 of them there. Yeah, because that would also give me the option at 4th level, which is next level, to push them both up.
Guess what, guys? Maybe it's because I'm drunk, and then you can thank Blake Miller for this, but I'm giving everyone a free feed at 1st level because I feel like that should be the fucking standard for D&D.
Let's go!
Yep.
Nice!
Yep. Any feat you want.
Fantastic.
It cannot be an ability score improvement. It has to be a feat. Okay?
Say less, King.
Yeah.
Do we get another feat at level 3?
You get a feat at every other normal level that you would get feats.
When you say any feat you want, do we still have to abide by things like racial restrictions and things?
Yeah, same normal restrictions apply. However, if there's some feat that you want that's limited to a race, I can, and you're like, I have a compelling argument for why I should be allowed to take this feat. I'll hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a decision to make. My skill proficiencies. I got deception, insight, intimidation, or persuasion.
Okay.
So I'm looking for feedback on which of those 2. I get to choose 2 of those. Which one do you think I should take, everybody? I'm a changeling soul knife, right? I throw out the mental bolts. I'm a changeling. I've got a charisma ability score increase of +2. So what do you think I should do?
Deception, insight, intimidation, persuasion. Those are all.
I see a persuasion. I see a deception. I see an insight, persuasion.
Let's do a poll and let's take the top 2.
Please.
The top 2 are gonna get it.
All right. So insight, persuasion, deception, and intimidation. Those are the 4. Please set up poll master K.
Poll master K.
Poll master K.
Oh God.
So
my Roll20 lagged out. It's kind of funny.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I gotta reload it.
What languages would I know? There's a changeling.
Do changelings get a bonus language? If not, probably just common.
Common. Let's do it. I like common. How about changey? Can I learn the language of changey?
The language of changey.
The language of change? What about the language of change?
Hey, Brad, does your character speak Dashi?
Possibly. I mean, if he jacks into that kind of, if he jacks into that kind of Dashi port.
All right, who else needs a decision made or helped with? Anybody? Anybody?
I am trying to figure out what class all this means I am.
I mean, you could also ask for input as to what our first adventure is, or what kind of cult we're busting, or something along those lines.
That's a great idea. Yeah, because you guys are probably going to be right now focusing really hard on your characters, and I don't want to distract you too much from that. You got a lot of thoughts that you got to go through. So let's shift some gears, everybody watching here. We're going to let the players make their characters and not really have to pay too much attention to us. I want everybody in the chat to start throwing out ideas for what the first cult should be that they are going to have to fight against. That is going to be an interesting, I think, thing.
Also, Guilty Pleasure just sent you some GURPS information here on Twitch.
Perfect.
Via the messages.
Via the
poll is up. Insight, Persuasion, Deception, Intimidation. Right now, Deception and Persuasion are winning. This is a great way for me to make decisions because I don't have to think, and then you guys think for me, and then I'll come up with the most powerful character ever. It'll be so great. I'm going to ask you for all of the decisions.
It seems like Deception is winning. If you haven't voted yet, you should vote, and maybe vote for whatever you think the second choice he should make is, because Deception is almost certainly going to be the first choice.
Deception certainly seems like it's going to win, so vote for a second.
Yeah.
Right now.
All right, so we're seeing, let's see, some cult ideas here. Should there be a theme to the cults, asks Risky Business. Well, the only theme that they should really have in common is that they are cults. Other than that, I kind of want them to be very varied and wild, and different, actually. So we got a baby cult, maybe possibly led by Baby Cookie.
That has to be one of the cults. Can I just say that the baby folk one has to be one of the cults, and you're gonna have to work with me on coming up what exactly baby folk are and what the cult is.
Totally. I mean, I'm actually gonna write that one down. We shouldn't even put that one on the poll because that's gonna be one that happens eventually, but maybe not right away. All right, so...
Okay, the winners were Deception and Persuasion. Thank you, everybody. I will take those right now.
Very nice.
And live with the results. Deception and Persuasion. Nailed it.
Brad, you'll be glad to know that for no particular reason, I have 1,000 ball bearings on my character sheet.
That's awesome.
He'll be especially, worried about that because he's got rollerball feet, so he'll slip even more on those. So
my,
I assume that your rollerball feet come with some sort of little little grippy bars, where you can navigate stairs and stuff like that, so you're not.
Yeah. Also, I think I have different.
You're from the future.
Yeah.
In the future they know how to roll on balls,
Right.
I have to choose a class now. Conventional wisdom would probably suggest rogue.
I thought you were looking at Soul Knife Rogue.
Yeah, right? Soul Knife? Is that what it is? Soul Knife Rogue?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll choose...
Go ahead.
What? I don't know.
I was going to say Soul Knife would be like the archetype or the subclass, but Rogue would be the class.
Got it. Okay, so I choose Rogue, and then now I've got...
Do you pick the subclass at level 2 or something?
Most subclasses are picked by level 2 or level 3. Some of them are picked level 1, but it's kind of rare. All right, some other cult ideas besides the baby cult. We got a cult that worships a gem that has to be heisted. All right, we got that. We got the Blue Oyster cult. We got a cult of decay. I like that failed teddy bear, like a Nurgle cult or something, if you're a 40K fan. Let's see. Cult of the Flying Spaghetti Monster? Okay. Cookie cult. Is that the same as baby?
Can I just say, these are a bit whimsical, so I'm just going to throw out there, think about the place a little bit more. Think about the city. Think about the desperate people in this huge city that are, there's a lot of strife in it. There's a lot of brigands. It could be lawless, or it could be controlled tightly by authority. We don't know who runs the city. We don't know what the deal is. What is the goal of any cult ideas that you throw at us? What did they want in this city? Why do they have a cult? Do they want to summon things? Do they want power? What is the cult's goal that they started this cult in the first place? Was it, because they were all baby folk and they just wanted to, create a cult of baby folk to...
I mean, honestly,
give babies.
Some cult ideas, like the baby cookie cult, doesn't require a lot of information. That I'm just going to go ahead and write down.
Right, exactly. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, when you're throwing out suggestions, think about what's the cult's motivation.
R has spoken. He wants your children.
The cult of wearing shoes on their head cult. Okay, that's an interesting one, Jedi. That gets the wheels spinning. A group of people that just piss in the mouth of innocence.
Ooh.
Without
consent?
Yeah, and they're not even evil people. They're just people. That's not cool. The succubi cult of abstinence.
It has potential. Write that down.
Succubi cult of abstinence. What about the succubi cult?
They're all because okay, so think about that. They're all like former succubi or succubus who have sort of like reformed now and are like, sort of nunnish.
Abstinence, isn't that just like
it's just not.
It's just no sex at all?
Yeah. It's like nunneries.
Wow.
So
Well, abstinence could be refraining from anything.
Refraining from any particular vice.
Maybe you have to come up with the vices and then you abstain from those, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming sexual abstinence would be the idea. Okay. Because otherwise, the fact that they're a succubus doesn't make any sense. Abstinence.
For my skill proficiencies, I took acrobatics, athletics, perception, and stealth. Does that sound promising to anyone?
What now?
Don't worry, I'll just have everybody in chat. You guys keep doing your characters.
Yeah. Cult that
I'm just saying, are there any skill proficiencies I'm missing out of those four, everybody?
Dear sweet Jesus, my character is insane.
Cannibal cult. We've had several cannibal suggestions, so I'm writing cannibal cult. Let's see.
Hey, Emery, where was this robot conversion table you were talking about?
Right, Aaron, you said that we got a message, right? With
on Twitch, yeah.
On a Twitch message. Okay.
Yep.
Let me see if I can find that, and then I'll send it to you, Brad.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. The cult of Korra lasted for a day, and then they were murdered immediately. So,
jeez,
we wouldn't have to bust that cult. There's no way that cult could successfully exist.
Messages. Fuck. Where are our messages on Twitch?
JWM says cult of abstinence. To prevent the sin of lust, the succubi attack horny teens like 1980s slashers.
Ooh.
I love that idea. We're getting
it gives it an air of danger.
Exactly, and it also involves the 80s, which we've really tried to rely as heavily as possible on.
All right. Brad, how would you prefer I send this link to you? Email, Discord?
Yeah, you can send it to my email.
Email? Okay.
The cult of Korra all moved to Guam and just, fucking sat on the beach.
But didn't like it, didn't enjoy it.
No.
Take it or leave it. Oh my God.
I was actually looking at that before.
Okay. Yeah, that's apparently where it is.
Okay.
Human organ trafficking cult. Nice.
But not to put them into other bodies to eat them.
Okay, that could be part of the cannibal cult then.
Or no, they traffic the things. They don't eat them. They're not the cannibals.
Oh,
Corb says, but succubus are addicted to sex, which makes me think that the reason they'd be attacking teens that are having sex is because they want to stop people from having regular sex and only have sex with them.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what their cult is all about.
Jealousy. It's about jealousy.
It's about they're just trying to they're trying to create a sex monopoly.
So are they like incel succubi? Like succubi who are so bad at being succubi they've never gotten laid?
Fuck yes, zero rids.
That sounds like a different cult to me, but I suppose.
I mean, do we only stop evil cults, or are we opposed to any cult?
Any cult?
Oh, that's not been established. I'm assuming we take like jobs. I'm assuming that people call us and are like, "There's this cult that took my kid, and I want you to destroy it."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like I'm not saying each episode is going to be a different cult that we take down, but every few episodes probably, and we'll have to maybe choose which one that that we take on, or do them in a certain order or something along those lines. I imagine whoever our Cultbuster secretary is will present us with a list of options.
Lizzie recommended the pimp religion. The one that Cocknibbler worshipped in Sky for Pimps, worshipping the pimps. That would be a very meta cult.
That would be very confusing.
Yeah, it would be.
I'm down with the breakfast cult. It's a cult that's really, really, really obsessed with breakfast.
The breakfast cult.
And that's not the damaging part of their cult. The damaging part is just the fact that they recruit people who, are brainwashed into thinking that breakfast is the only thing that matters.
All right, so first of all, I've written down
sausage is made from people.
So if we're gonna make a poll, how many things can be in the poll? Is it a limit of 5, 6, something like that? I think we're getting close to that limit here.
All right, and then you can run the first. Poll.
Yeah, then we can run the first poll.
Unknown says it's Brad's characters from the future. Shouldn't he have some personal connection to the first cult? Well, we'll come up with that after the fact. Doesn't really matter right now.
I think that. All right, I think that Brad's character was sent back in time to stop a cult, but there was a mishap, and he cannot recall exactly what the cult was, and he's hoping that when he creates this Cultbuster group, if they bust enough cults, he'll eventually bust the right one, and he'll like figure out which one it was that he was sent back in time to bust.
Okay.
And that way I have time to figure out what the cult was that he was actually going to bust, the one that was going to succeed in conquering the world and causing an apocalypse.
Yeah.
I like it.
Time travel's a little stressful.
Yeah.
So peeps, I'm trying to think if does my character sound more like an artificer, more like a warlock? Trying to figure out kind of what this hacker idea would be in terms of D&D. Is there a do we already have a new class? Because when I look at the list to choose from, there's something I have no idea what it is.
What is it that you're saying?
It's called an ill rigger.
I don't know what that is.
Ill rigger.
Go into a character sheet and look at the list. When you hit class, choose.
All right, let me just save changes. And sorry, where is it? It's in the classes?
Yeah, so if you're in my character sheet,
yeah,
and it says class, choose, and you click choose, click on the choose, and it gives you, like all the standard classes. There's something in the list called an ill rigger.
What the fuck?
I know.
What?
Do you see it?
I see it. I
Cricket
see it.
says oil rigger?
Messing with no broke. Hey.
That's crazy.
JWM says, looking forward to Brad hacking portcullises and door latches.
Yes. Apparently I already hacked the class list.
Yeah. Oh, guys, you're gonna love Colonel Jesper Quickload. Oh my goodness, he's something else.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need names for our characters too. We might need some help with that.
Oh yeah,
I have to run for just a real quick moment and get some more water, and then I'll come back and tell you about him.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? Okay.
Mr. Evil Shaggy, did you read this out loud? A cult of rich bastards who worship money so much that they steal from the churches and temples around the city because the other religions waste wealth on charity. Yeah, that sounds a little too real.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit.
Yeah.
Squidlip says he's hoping this cult might be the one that sends him home. That might be an option after he destroys the initial cult.
Yeah.
Maybe. Vajamas subscribed for 28 months. Thank you, Vajamas.
Yeah. Canned ham cult. I like that, GG.
So what do you need? One more cult before you do the poll?
Yeah, I just need to get one more cult on my list. There's a lot of great choices, guys. I'm being very nitpicky about which ones I'm going to put on my list because they're ones that I think like I read and then I have an idea like, oh, like I could see where that would go. So if I don't pick your cult, it's not because it's a bad idea. It's just maybe not one that I immediately know what I want to do with yet. Cult of Caramel. That's great. That's great. Goat cult. The cult of cults. They think you rule everybody. No, well.
Cult.
The great corn dog. All right, so on my list here, by the way, the ones that we're going to be voting on are the succubi cult of sexual abstinence, a cannibal cult, a whale baby cult, and the breakfast cult. Those are the options so far, but I want to get one more.
I love all those options. Wait, we're going to do all of those, right?
We're going to do all of them. These are just the ones that are...
It's describing like which one we're going to do first.
What's the first one? Yeah. These are all ideas that I like and I want to do things with.
So rogue need intelligence or wisdom more?
It depends on what your skills are that you plan on using. If you want to do more perception and insight, that'll be wisdom. If you want to do more investigation and knowledges, that'll be intelligence.
Okay, cool. My ability scores have been determined.
A multi-level marketing cult consisting of stay-at-home moms. I love that too.
You ever look at your character and say, yo, if I could make out with him, I would?
Definitely. Yeah. I would love to have made out with the Bobby.
Ray's gonna get it, I'm sure.
Quantum Leap cults. Whoa. Could I make an MLM cult idea work for this first cult, I wonder? Or just in general? An MLM cult. Fuck. I think that's hilarious as a concept, but I'm struggling to think of how I could work that into like a fantasy campaign. I'm gonna keep going. I don't think that's
all right.
I don't think that's it.
You guys, while Emery's working out some more cults, I just need a quick suggestion. I am trying to figure out my background.
Oh.
Okay. Now don't forget, I'm a changeling soul knife. All right. So I have I don't use spells. I have like special psychic abilities that I can use that are sort of physical, mental. I don't know what is the best way to put that. I can, change to look like whatever. So how did I get involved with the team of Cultbusters? And we're level 3, so there's a little bit of history here, obviously.
You won a contest.
I won a contest. What kind of contest?
It was a Willy Wonka kind of situation.
I got the golden ticket.
Mithrandir says
right,
Ermi cult.
All right. Well, in layman's terms, what is an Ermi cult?
I'd say it's like Ermi adjacent. Like it takes the essence of Ermi and boils that down into a cult. So I would just say that that's just a generic, like the kind of cult that makes your skin crawl a little bit.
It's like one of the most evil cults out there. It's they're doing the shit that you expect cult to do.
They would dabble in fucking human trafficking, necrophilia, any sort of creepy thing you could think of that makes your skin crawl. Yeah, I think I'm gonna write that. I think Ermi cult would be a great option.
They're bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Blindman Gamer says the spy background. I think that's probably a good idea, unless I do a custom background.
I'm gonna change some of my personality traits around a little bit here.
Or I just want a contest.
Those.
All right, you guys, I love all of your cult ideas. Please try to keep those in mind for future episodes. We are going to go with these 5 options here that I've written down for cults. We're not putting baby cult on the poll because that is one that's going to come up eventually for sure. I just wanted to write it down. But the 5 options on the poll are going to be, and this is for the first cult that we're going to have to deal with, the succubi cult of sexual abstinence, a cannibal cult, a whale baby cult, the breakfast cult, or the Ermi cult, in which, of course, Ermi is the cult leader. Yes, Vijama's Saurus Rex cult of Ermi is 100% a sex cult. It's kind of the opposite of the succubi cult of sexual abstinence.
I don't need porn anymore because I have this. Thanks so much.
I'm so glad we have blurps on during this now. It's good.
I know. It's such an improvement. I love it. Skip's Breakfast. I need to call this out. Skip's Breakfast says, not the breakfast cult. That was good. That was good.
But wouldn't you want us to defeat the breakfast cult who's obsessed with breakfast if you skip breakfast? I'm just saying.
Good point, Aaron.
Wasted Talent says the Emerald Reverendry of Murderous Elation. That's of the Ermi. That's of the Ermi.
Guys, the poll is up. The first cult that the Cultbusters are going to have to fight.
I want to vote.
Who is it going to be? All right. So far, we have about even for Ermi cult and succubi cult. Oh my gosh. This is Whale Baby is kind of pulling up too.
A lot of people voting on this one.
Interesting. Oh my God. Succubi cult has pulled ahead. Make sure you vote on
Not
this,
by
guys.
Much. Ermi's catching up. Ermi is catching up.
Oh.
Ermi has just about caught up to succubi cult.
Wow.
Breakfast and Whale Baby are doing pretty good. It's anybody's game.
Yeah. Risky Business says Ermi has to be the last cult. He is a BBG, a big boss guy. Yeah, I mean, maybe. If Ermi doesn't win, maybe. Either first or last. Sounds good to me. Had to vote Whale Baby, Scream Queen says. Yeah. How could you not vote for Whale Baby? Right now, Cannibal Cult has the least amount of votes. I guess perhaps it was a little bit too generic. However, when I do decide to do a Cannibal Cult, I will make it interesting. It won't just be your average, everyday Cannibal Cult. Okay. I'm going to try my best to make all of these ideas interesting.
It's post time.
Holy shit, the succubi cult has pulled ahead. There's not much time left, guys. Only a few seconds left. Succubi Cult of Abstinence is about to win. It won 25 votes.
Hey.
Wow. Okay.
That is an interesting, cult idea. It's the opposite of what you would expect from a cult. So that'll be intriguing.
That'll be very intriguing. I think it'll be just one succubus. Because at level 3, I feel like one succubus is going to be a challenge. But, she'll be the cult leader. But yeah, this is going to be great. I love this.
Oh, we're level 3. We're level 3. We can handle it.
We're level 3.
Level 3.
Level 3.
All right, so you've got all those 5 ideas written down now?
A succubus is a woman sent from hell to suck the life out of a man.
That's it, yeah!
Yeah, there's not much you can do about a succubus. Their evil power makes man blind to love.
This is
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Jamsaw says this feels a bit like improv D&D.
What?
No. What are you talking
Get out
about?
of town.
We have no experience with that.
Improvised role-play gaming, that sounds like evil chatter.
So I have a quick question. Like you guys know what my character is, everybody watching or everybody who's going to be in the party. What's a good proficiency here? Should I take a weapon, armor, skill, tech, or language?
Oh.
I will let you know that I have a proficiency with thieves' tools. So yeah, maybe I don't need that. Yeah,
but then again, I might be on my own a lot, like impersonating people and shit. So you never know.
You and I share some similar traits, Aaron. Your character and my character.
We do. We should figure out how to differentiate, though.
Well, they can both come in handy.
Oh, for sure.
We're probably a little bit different, but yeah, that's
especially with infiltrating cults. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, yeah. If one of us fails, the other one can jump in on it.
It's sort of like how Egon and is it Ray? Yeah, they have crossover abilities,
Yeah, that's true. And, I am not above creating a DM NPC who can provide some services to the party that they maybe are lacking, such as potentially healing, which it seems like nobody's going to make a character who's capable of that. So
I don't expect to get injured.
Nobody expects to get injured.
Our chief weapon is surprise.
I don't got time to bleed.
Thank you, Mr. Ventura.
Jason says, all this planning and this is improv? Yeah, I think it's,
I think there's going to be a lot of improv in the actual adventures that we do.
Yeah.
Because I know myself. I'm not going to plan as much as you probably would think that one would plan for this kind of thing.
Yeah, this is like, we're doing role-playing Unleashed now because the adventure is not written. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's much more freeing to do it this way, ultimately.
Yeah, it is.
Like when we were doing, I had fun in the previous season of Rated RPG, but you know that there's choices you're going to make. Yeah. You can kind of sense what they're going to be. In this, it's going to be who knows what's going to happen. It's going to be more of a surprise.
Yeah. And that's the
we're
way
raw dogging the RPG.
Yes. Well,
exactly.
You're maybe not raw dog. Well, raw dogging could be part of it, but
forgery tools.
You don't have to work tomorrow. And you just got paid. And and a bunch of new movies just came out on Netflix or whatever the thing is, right? The sky's the limit. The world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Blind Man Gamer said you could have forgery tools. And I'm taking it. I like it.
Yeah, do it.
Record. Okay, here's my big decision. I'm pretty much I'm going with Rune Knight Fighter, right? I'm coming down to am I gonna do Goliath or Dwargar?
Yeah.
The reason I would go Dwargar is because I have my natural enlarge. Plus, since I'm starting at level 3, I get Giant's Might. So I could go from large, large, and then huge next. So that would be kind of sick to do. But the Goliath's like natural built-in defensive capabilities as a tank are looking kind of sick. But this team doesn't really need a tank, right? We don't have a healer. We don't really need a tank. Maybe I just want to mess stuff up, so to speak. Now, what do you think, guys?
Do you want to put it up to a poll? We could do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So the next poll is going to be: should Dion be a Duergar or a Goliath?
Great White, they don't have the issue with sunlight going forward from the new thing that came out, as I read on RPG Bot. So
yeah,
love RPG.
Doesn't count anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, getting rid of sunlight sensitivity would be important, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking at the player race.
Now working on our night moves.
Why is this taking so long to load? What the fuck? Weird.
Yeah, I thought about Poison Blind Man, but I don't think my character's going to be a poisoner.
Working on our night moves.
Oh, okay, so I'm up to the name part. Coming up with a name.
Dinky.
Dinky?
Dinky.
Oh. My character's not going to call himself Dinky.
No,
Dinky the Changeling? I got to be like cool, sort of badass, like...
Marco.
Or not. Or not.
Are you going to talk with an accent? You're going to talk with like a Portuguese accent? You're going to be Marco?
I don't think I'm going to have an accent.
Okay, just going to... How about, give me a letter of the alphabet.
R.
Rasputin.
Ray, man.
What about Rasputin for my last name? All right, I'm getting some. We got a vote for Dinky. How about Binky? No, I'm not going to name myself after a fucking Pac-Man ghost.
Stinky?
Cardixia says Sarander Ursol. Like
what about
those.
Erasmus?
Rasputin? Oh, it's too hard. It's too much word.
Fair enough. What about DeBrickashaw? I'm just thinking of old black football player names. Shaw Ferguson was sick.
Oh, man, I love it.
DeBrickashaw?
What's his real name? DeBrickashaw Ferguson. He was like 6'7". He was huge.
DeBrickashaw Rasputin. Oh, I kind of like that.
Oh, my God. I'm worried that I won't be able to remember it. That's my only concern. I have to be able to remember my name.
That's why you write it down, Aaron. You write it down on the top of your character sheet.
I gotta be able to remember it. All right, I'm gonna write that down.
Brickashaw.
Temporarily. All right, these are all options. Infernal Dante says Rambatan. Rambatan Rasputin kind of goes well together. Mortimer, Rasputin, Dinky Rasputin. Dinky Rasputin. I can't do it. What?
Rickshaw.
DeBrickashaw? Okay, I kind of like saying those words.
You got a little flow.
Rat-a-tat, Randy Rasputin. Jinkies, Dixon Butts.
Dixon Butts, I love it.
Didn't Dixon? What was the Dixon for? Was he on the Bengals? Is he on the Bengals or is he on the?
Oh no, he was. Oh, what? Aaron, you watching football on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Joe Mixon. He's a decent running back. They just lost, but
yeah, they just lost, but he's pretty good.
What about that game? And they lost on a whack play.
Oh my God, that crazy fucking the official running out in the field, and they were just like, "Whoops, I guess we redo that."
Yeah, I mean,
dude, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Felt like some shenanigans, but also I'm a Bears fan, so I had no dog in the fight. But still, like you just don't want that leaves a sour taste in the mouth. Yeah, because then it's like I want someone to earn it. But I think the Super Bowl is gonna be sick, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Who's in it? The Eagles and the Chiefs.
Yeah, dude. The best quarterback in the league versus like one of the best up and coming. Oh man.
Wow.
So I think Bellington's kind of fire.
Dion, we're going to be using the Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse version of the Dwergar. Those are the ones that don't have the sunlight sensitivity.
Deal.
Yeah. You can just Google
So
that.
I guess I'm going Dwergar. Is that the consensus from chat?
I don't think was that poll ever actually created?
There was never a poll. We need a poll.
Oh,
yeah, we need a poll.
I mean, listen.
Yeah. But
Eyes or Dwergar?
yeah, the Dwergar's not going to have sunlight sensitivity, so don't factor that into your consideration when you're voting on this poll.
Pastor Joe says quality Meltron.
There was a poll, says Game Society Pimps. That must have been.
Oh my God, we missed it.
What was the result of that poll?
Yeah, what was the result?
Man,
I like the name Quality Meltron, but I'm not sure it's appropriate for my current character. Wasted Talent says Max Powers. Mithrander says Ronara, an anagram of Aaron.
Succubi wasn't an option. I'm assuming this is K. K, the question was, is Dion going to play a Goliath or a Dwergar?
Yes.
That is the new poll that needs to be made.
That's the poll.
Actually, Quality Meltron might be a good name for my character.
I love that name. I wish you would do it.
Quality Meltron?
Quality Meltron. Oh my God, you're right. That is a good name for Brad's character.
So good.
Are we going to go with it, Brad? You cool with that?
Yeah, Quality Meltron is now my name.
All right.
Thanks, Plasto.
Okay, Quality Meltron.
All right, polls up. Polls up.
Yeah, vote on the poll, everybody. Wow, we have a lot of votes for Dwergar right off the bat.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm gonna be a mountain dwarf. All right, or dark dwarf, I guess. Whatever.
Well, the Goliaths might just be a little slow to the polls. We'll see.
Oh, you heard Hillary. Pokemon go to the polls, people. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, I would like comments. I am going with Debrickashaw, but I'm not sure about the other name. I need a last name. Debrickashaw is my first name. I've decided.
Debrickashaw?
Debrickashaw.
Debrickashaw. That's 4 syllables for a first name. 4 syllables? That's a lot.
Changelings have a lot of syllables. Okay.
You're gonna have a nickname. Nobody's gonna call you Debrickashaw. I would not have a friend who I referred to as Debrickashaw.
Hey, we'll come up with a nickname. That's obviously going to be the case.
Come on now, you want to make sure. I'll say it because it's got a little bit of music to it. The Brickshaw. The Brickshaw.
Yeah. Actually, you're gonna have so much fun with that accent, dude.
I'm having fun with it already.
Actual football player is named Debrickashaw Ferguson, which is a fantastic fucking name.
His mom knew he was gonna be huge. She just knew somehow.
How about Frocks?
Debrickashaw Frocks.
Yeah.
All right. Garcia Champlu, I'm going to write your idea down because it's very well thought out and it is connected to one of our characters here. So that is a good idea.
Raj, my species is changeling.
Oh. Changeling. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a Dwergar. There it is. All right.
All right. It's been decided. He's a Dwergar.
That's right. I am a Dwergans. The ones, yeah.
Or we got Debrickashaw Sanchez, Debrickashaw Jefferson.
Debrickashaw Sanchez. That kind of got me.
Punt. Debrickashaw Changey Boy. Debrickashaw Buckshank.
How about Deshotabrick? Debrickashaw Deshotabrick.
No, that's too complicated. Brickashaw. Wait, what was the? No, wait, I'm losing. Oh shit! There was another one that I thought would be good. Okay. Debrickashaw. Getting confused because people are saying nicknames as well as names, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to call it Debrickashaw Brick. Debrickashaw Rasputowicz. All right. I'm kind of tempted just to go with Debrickashaw Sanchez.
Yeah, I don't know. That reminds me of Rick Sanchez.
Oh, yeah. No, we can't do that.
Ooh.
Can't do that. No.
What about Debrickashaw Hernandez?
Debrickashaw.
Is it
Maybe
the S?
that's too many syllables. I think we really do need like a nice, simple last name.
Like
No.
the Brickashaw Gout. Something just
Shock out.
Myth.
Debrickashaw MILF.
MILF?
Or Gilf.
Debrickashaw Putz.
Corb says Debrickashaw Garfunkel. Jason says Debrickashaw Applebaum. Boss Nova says Debrickashaw Jamovsky.
How about Jones?
Debrickashaw Gilf. Debrickashaw Jones.
and the
Cumberbatch.
The Brickashaw.
What was the football player's name? Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Fuck.
And you are the changeling, right? The
Yeah.
changeling.
What was the first one you suggested, Brad? Didn't you suggest one?
Frox.
How do you spell that?
Frox.
All right, I'm going with Frox, everybody.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Debrickashaw
Rolls off the tongue.
Frox. Love it.
What's like your deal, Mr. Changeling, Soul Knife, Debrickashaw, Frox? What's your deal?
I'm like really cool.
All right. Okay.
I'm probably going to figure this out later because it's too hard to think about it while streaming.
Okay.
And he has gray hair and blue eyes.
No, I don't. I have gray eyes.
Let me see that sheet.
Well, it says I have blue, but I decided I wanted gray eyes.
How did everyone come up with their stats?
I did point by.
Uh-huh.
But you can do whatever you want, Brad. I know you love rolling for stats, so I'm not going to take that away from you if that's what you want.
Debrickashaw Cable, Shaw Cable says Abhef Great White says DeBobby, Debrickashaw, Dippisack. I think you have a speech impediment. Oh shit, you're right, dude. I didn't even think about that. But you know what? It's fine. It's for the best. Maybe I just like names that start with D.
Yeah, you do.
Hey.
Debrickashaw is an awesome name, okay? When Dion suggested it, I was like, I'm fucking Debrickashaw.
I want to read this comment from Risky Business. Says, can I just say this is a great session 0-ish? So much fun and so much to use in my future games. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, heck yeah. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you all. You're helping. Everybody here is helping to make this so much more fun and enjoyable and productive. Look at how productive we're being.
Yeah, man, we got characters now.
Yeah.
Basics for our characters. I don't have my character's history fleshed out, but I like to do that whilst walking around my apartment muttering to myself. So I'm going to do that later.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's cool.
Great White Spark says you missed a few highlighted messages.
No, I did them. I read them.
Oh, you did? Okay. Okay.
I done them.
Thank you.
I read them. Didn't acknowledge them, but that's all.
I know they exist. Good enough. All right, so what else do we need feedback on?
What else do we need feedback?
Directodactyl says, I'm fucking Debrickashaw. That should be my motto.
So the other thing that we could really possibly use some feedback on is a little bit of fleshing out on the city itself.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the city has docks. You know, it's like a port city of some sort. We know that it has a big old gladiator arena. That's pretty cool.
We know that it has sewers.
It's got some sewers for sure. Anything else, Jason, you can think of that we know?
like many big cities in a sort of fantasy setting like this, there's a fancy part of town, and there's an old part of town, and there's a part of town where things are just kind of thrown together, and maybe there's more of a criminal element. There's, it's just like anything, right?
Okay. So if you guys out there have some cool ideas for areas of the city, or like a single shop or something that exists in the city, or even a way, like a government of the city, just any sort of ideas that you have that you think would be kind of fun, just go ahead and put them into chat and we'll pick our favorite ones.
Let's flesh out the city, man.
Yeah. Screws it.
It'd be awesome. And then we should probably, before we wrap up tonight, we should definitely sort of like give a quick summation of all of our characters. I think.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. The city is called Baxter, so don't waste your time coming up with amazing names for other cities. Eventually, maybe we'll go to some other city, but we're going to be in Baxter.
We have a couple other cities.
Yeah. Infernal Dante says vast tunnel system through the sewers. That is actually canon already. A lot of tunnels in the sewers. You guys will find out about that around episode what?
Be 7 and 8.
7 and 8 of the podcast. Yeah. Jedi asks a question, Jason. What were the names of the politicians from the commercials?
Those politicians are not here. They are on Crow Island.
Oh.
They're in Merchant Harbor. Yeah.
Okay. Not relevant, Jedi, to this city. So go and make up your own politicians if you want. Let's see.
We don't even know if we're in the same time, do we?
No, we don't.
That's true. There's a rather large time jump at some point in the podcast. So this could be before or after. That is a good point.
And I'm originally from a different time on my own.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to come up with Baxter ideas section on our little campaign notes.
And I'm going to delete them all.
Yes. You. I think what happened is somebody else had the campaign notes open and then maybe hit save changes and quit, and it was from like way before, like back before I added a bunch of shit.
Well,
that's the other thing I can think of.
It's all open. You opened it for all of us or something.
That's true. Maybe I should remove you guys, your ability to edit it. I'm gonna do
so
that.
Now you don't trust your own homies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You see how people change up on you? Wow.
I might as well. You guys weren't adding anything to it. Okay.
Great White Spark. Oh wait, and also Risky Business said, and Manflesh said, we haven't mentioned this tonight.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
What?
What? That's the message we wanted to put out to everybody.
Oh my God.
No, the city is named after Jane Tim Baxter, who was a huge supporter all these years of Rated RPG in its early formation, as well as beer and board games. And she instigated the first time that we played, what's the
Vampire the Masquerade?
Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
As well as a number of other really excellent games throughout the years. And she is no longer with us, and so this city is dedicated to Jane Tim Baxter.
Yeah.
Fantastic
cheers to Jane.
woman.
I already...
Yeah, cheers to Jane.
We thought Jane Tim would be a weird name for a city, so...
I already have written down here 2 ideas that I saw. A turtle brothel run by a saucy turtle lady, which people can hear the screams of turtle sex all throughout the night.
Oh my God, yes. The turtle's got to be involved.
Of course, we have the memorial to Jane Tim Baxter, who's going to be the hero who settled this town and started the town. Let's see. What else? A thieves guild that is secretly infiltrated by the city police. That's an interesting idea. Like,
It could be why we started the Cultbusters, because Jason and I were maybe involved with the Thieves Guild, but then we were like, oh man, they're so corrupt now.
Kind of like a Departed situation where the police infiltrated the Thieves Guild and then the Thieves Guild infiltrated the police.
And then we wanted no part of any of it. Because busting cults makes us gives us the feels. A modern version of Ghostbusters.
Can there be a cafe called the Colonel's Fried Chicken? Aaron has some history with KFC, so I don't want to trigger his PTSD.
No, that's fine. I could give you a lot of background for that.
Yeah. All right. I'll write down a fried chicken cafe.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm at the brothel already. Just listen to how much fun they have when they're doing their job. Oh my God.
Well, if you lived for like 180 years, Aaron, you probably would also have a lot of fun making little tortoises.
You're right. Or being tortalized. Boon Ninja subscribed for 26 months. Thank you, Boon Ninja. We almost got a hype train going yet again.
My goodness.
That's amazing. I'm writing down Malort Tavern. That's an excellent idea. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Evil Shaggy and everybody else. There's a lot of people commenting about Jane Tim Baxter. She was a fucking legend. That is true.
Oh my God. Okay, Emery, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, in any turn in combat, you can expect you get a bonus action and an action, right?
Yeah.
Cunning action says that I get a bonus action in every turn. Does that mean I get a second bonus action, which I can only use for the dash, the hide, and the disengage?
I don't believe so, but let me save changes to this and then look at what cunning action says. Rogue.
Risky Business says a gentle person's fighting club run by an uber aggressive monk.
A fight club by an aggressive monk. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cunning actions says starting at second level, your quick thinking and agility allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take the dash, disengage, and hide action. I can see why you're thinking that this gives you an additional bonus action. However,
but it's just a bonus action to do one of those three things.
Exactly. So I've never seen anyone actually run it that way. So I'm going to need to, oops, whoa, that's weird. I'm going to need to look into that. I believe maybe the reason why it doesn't work the way that you think it does, Jason, is because there is no universal bonus action that people can take.
Oh, okay.
Like there is no, normally characters can't even take bonus actions.
I just did all the math and I died.
Yes. Because there's nothing in the player's handbook that says this is what you can do as a bonus action. So the only bonus actions people can ever take are special ones that are given to them by their class, race, etc.
Got it. Okay.
But I'll look into that to double check because that is a good question.
I'm also looking into it. So
yeah.
All right, so you've got the fight club run by an uber aggressive monk. JWM says Our Bees, OURBEES, restaurant that sells roast giant bees. Also farm them in a hive out back. I'm down with that.
Fight club run by an
Corb says carrot farm.
Oh, what now?
In the city? A carrot farm? Like on a roof? On a rooftop, maybe? A rooftop carrot farm?
I'm in.
42 says, I suggested a cult that worshipped blonde-haired women. Aaron's character would be conflicted between busting the cult or joining them. It's true.
Oh, is that a thing for you?
What? Blonde-haired women?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Courtney is. All right, yeah. You got me.
Yeah, you know.
Had me in the first half, you know.
I dig it.
Ooh, see? ain't you on top of the lingo? I mean, from 1978, but still, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, there we go. We got a hype train going because Jason Pinu just gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
Look at
Whoop,
that.
whoop.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Squeebada-dee.
Ooh, Rectodactyl says a strange set of religious laws and regulations that leads to a disproportionate number of cults.
You get a cult, and you get a cult.
That,
and
I
you
think,
get a cult.
that makes a lot of sense. There's like a weird religious freedoms law that allows cults to thrive in an unfortunate way. Blind Man Gamer says, can there be an extremely obvious meth lab?
I mean,
or whatever the city's version of
those are
meth
pretty
is.
obvious.
What is the drug
yeah.
that's popular in this city called? We need names for the drug that's big in this city. Our hype train is almost to level 2.
Nice.
Moonlight dust.
Great.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is, Aaron.
What?
Oh God, what was the name of it?
Great White Spark says hydroponics. Lizzie says a wizard college.
It's a delicate blend of gasoline and
PCP.
Yeah, what's it called?
Medicine.
Oh,
medicine.
Ask your doctor.
MEDECIN.
Yeah. Boom boom. It was boom boom.
It was boom boom. Boom. Oh my God, it was called boom boom.
Boom boom.
Oh my God, boom boom.
An epidemic of the drug boom boom, which is supplied by a Breaking Bad style drug lord?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unknown says in universe it could be Jesper's Malort, where Jason's character is running a con of selling sewer water as liquor.
Yeah.
Jason Pino gifted the 5 subs, which I think I mentioned.
Nice.
Red Ice says, what would be a good, terrible tourist attraction for this town? Like, yeah, what makes people come to this town? Why is it such a big deal?
The Blue Oysters.
The pit.
They have a dock, they have a port, they have blue oysters,
And they're a cult.
Yeah.
Everything's a fucking cult in this town.
A lot of people have suggested blue oysters. This is how we're fitting that in.
Right on.
Blue oysters.
Okay, if most of this town is full of cults, aren't we just gonna have to kill the whole city at some point?
Well, we're gonna have to figure that out. I think they should be secret. I mean, the whole thing about a cult is that people don't know they really exist. They're supposed to be secret.
They could be putting themselves up as a like a social club or a backgammon lounge or something, and then you go in
Help
there.
your movie career, you know?
Yeah.
Have you ever had oysters? Did you know oysters are an aphrodisiac?
See, that's how they recruit people right there. That's how they recruit them for the Blue Oyster Cult.
Week of the week. Goddamn.
The One True Knife says, yo, what's the campaign? That is exactly what we're figuring out. But we can tell you for sure that so far we've determined, Emery?
Okay, hold on. Blue oyster. Aphrodisiac. Okay.
Yeah.
So, summary of what the campaign is about. It takes place in the metropolis of Baxter, massive city in our world that we're coming up with and creating here. So in the city of Baxter, there are various laws and regulations that have led to a surprisingly large amount of cults and cult activity. Now, this has led, of course, to a group of adventurers who are fighting against said cults. In fact, they call themselves the Cultbusters. Now, this group of Cultbusters is led by a character named Quality Meltron, a cyborg hacker from the future who has traveled back in time to create the Cultbusters with the goal of stopping an apocalyptic cult that in the future, or his past, has conquered the world. He has recruited to help him busting these cults a changeling soul knife named Debrickashaw Frox. of which little else is known at this point. Also, a sweet southern Harengon, otherwise known as a rabbit folk, named Colonel Jesper Quickload, who is a...
You might remember me from the stage. I was in many productions.
Yes, he will disarm you with his charm and then betray you and steal all of your shit.
Yes, I will.
And then the fourth member of the Cultbusters is Dion. Do you have a name for your character yet?
Lemurian
Sniffed.
Sniffed?
Sniffed. Like sniff with a T.
Okay, yeah, I need to add that. Apostrophe Marion?
No, Emery, look at the character list. You can see it.
What? Okay.
He's written it.
He's written it. Oh,
he's written it.
Okay.
How come I can't see Aaron's character?
Lemurion Sniffed.
I'm there. Debrickashaw Frox.
I see the other three.
Lemurian Sniffed. That's beautiful.
It is. Those are some great names, man.
Lemurian Sniffed, an absolute unit of a Dwergar Rune Knight, a guy who you do not want to fuck with, and when you see him, you say, "Oh Lord, he coming."
Lord, he coming.
Some of the known cults in Baxter, who they will be disbanding and busting, are the Baby Cookie Cult, a succubi cult of sexual abstinence, a cannibal cult, a whale baby cult, the breakfast cult, a cult that worships a rabbit god of fertility, etc., and a blue oyster cult, possibly, that maybe uses them for their aphrodisiac properties. And then finally...
They have a very obvious theme song. Okay, go ahead.
Finally, the first cult that they're going to be busting on our next session, the Ermi cult.
Oh my god. Whale baby?
Oh, wait, no, the succubus cult's the first one.
Whale baby! Yeah, succubus cult is first.
Right, sorry.
Kind of good right now.
I need to mark that down. Succubus cult of abstinence is the first one. The Ermi cult might be the final cult that they deal with.
I feel like they're the boss cult, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to make a note here.
One. Vajamas says, I'd stay at the Prancing Whale Baby Inn. Mr. Evil Shaggy says, suggested by Raj on Jane Tim Baxter Day, people saying, ooh, witch woman, your name is Jane Tim Baxter, during a huge masquerade ball. I like that. There's a holiday in Baxter.
Yeah.
And then
we gotta get Brandon working on the Cultbusters theme song.
Yeah,
Cultbusters!
Put up some commercials.
We're gonna get so soon because we're just gonna steal the beat.
It should be like a medieval version of Ghostbusters.
Oh, that'd be so sweet. Oh man,
this is gonna be great. Wait, there was a thing. Thought there was a thing that I missed.
A thing that you missed.
I didn't miss anything.
Oh, you're supposed to do a cartwheel. I remember you saying that at the start of this whole thing, that you were going to cartwheel towards the end of the show. So
yes, I will be doing a cartwheel at the end of the stream. Unfortunately, the feed will cut right before I do it.
Wait, you know this already?
I am from the future, and I've seen what happens, sadly. Corb says, mix Don't Fear the Reaper with the Ghostbusters theme song.
Huh.
That'd be sweet.
That would be hard. Don't fear the Reaper.
I think it could work.
The BPMs are different, but the lyrics,
yeah,
it
Brandon
might work.
can do it. Brandon's the master of this. He could do it.
You gosh darn tune. Oh, oyster!
Blue oysters. Oh, that's so great. It's so
Well,
great.
okay, so Abhef, I know the tune from Witchy Woman, but it's not stuck in my head. Ghostbusters is because it's a much more catchy song.
Yeah.
I know the Witchy Woman song, but it just doesn't come into my mind.
All right, so there obviously is a little bit of like the minutiae details and stuff that we gotta go through, especially I think for Brad's character.
Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit, but
yeah, no, that's fine. We don't have to get it completely figured out here on stream. I mean, I think we have enough.
I was thinking maybe I'm really more of a wizard diviner. Which would equal hacker, basically. You know?
Sure. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I mean, you're hacking.
I've never even tried to play a diviner before. It's such a weird build, you know.
Right. So you're tapping more into like knowledge of the future.
Yeah.
That makes some sense, actually. Yeah, diviner wizard is a really powerful wizard as well. Like back in the old days, back when 5th edition D&D was new, diviner wizards that was the shit. Like secretly, you knew if you were in the know, everybody would show up. They'd be like, I got my evocation wizard. I got my necromancer wizard. I got my enchanter wizard. And you're like, nah, the diviner, that's where it's at. That's where the power is. That's cool.
That sounds kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it a comeback. I'm divining for years.
Great White Spark, what is that link that you just sent? I don't want to click on it unless I know what it
Ghostbusters
is.
theme hardcore version.
Oh, that sounds
Can you get
good.
more hardcore than Ray Parker Jr.?
Oh, it's medieval.
That is
Bardcore.
awesome.
Sorry, Bardcore version.
Bardcore.
It actually looks like an H, though. You can't tell because of that crazy font.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These kids and their fonts.
I'm so
Pretty
going to
good.
listen to that, but after we're done streaming because I don't want to play someone else's
No, you
shit.
can't play it right now.
Yeah, that's awesome, though.
I'm trying to think more about the background of my character. I don't know. Maybe he should have what if he just has a really mysterious background?
Well, yeah. You can totally make a custom background.
Yeah.
Sure.
Custom mysterious background that, he doesn't really reveal to anyone.
That's fine. I mean, the way that I'm seeing this is that Quality Meltron created the Cultbusters. He's the one who has the vision. He's the one who has the drive. You know what I mean? And so he recruited you guys. And so I think you guys should figure out a reason why you were good candidates for this. Whether sorry, go ahead.
I think my father created the cult.
Yeah. Like, but you don't have like really strong recollections of your time, Quality Meltron, like
because my brain got all messed up.
Exactly, the time travel messed up all your memories in your brain and stuff. But I was sent here by my father, the leader of the cult, to stop the cult from like conquering the world or whatever. Like it got, or maybe you weren't sent here by the father. Like maybe you decided on your own to go back to stop your father. Whatever you want.
Like you were like supposed to be a colonizer, but you're working for the other side essentially, but through time travel.
That could be an interesting. Ooh,
like colonizers in the spreading the cult, but you.
That's an interesting idea. He claims that he's here to stop a cult, but I wonder if he's just trying to eliminate the competition. So
interesting.
We shall see.
Yes.
Ooh, mysteries abound.
James Huss has an ad-libbed background that comes up randomly during specific events. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then Risky Business says he's a changeling, so it makes sense his background would be random, sparse, and perhaps unreliable.
Oh, dude. I'm going to write that down here.
Mm-hmm.
Changeling, Deberkasloff rocks, unreliable narrator of his own background.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
I like that. And then at random times, I'll just be like, oh, yeah, something happened in my past that, I'm upset about. I think I'm gonna be sort of. I've imagined my character as sort of like a. I don't know, sort of like a tough talking, sort of like action hero or somebody who's just really like, you know,
Stallone type,
Yeah.
like Rambo. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't start this war.
I don't like to talk about myself. I don't even know who myself is.
I don't know who myself is.
You don't want to know who myself is either. I'm gonna change into you. Maybe you'll feel more comfortable.
I'm not even sure I remember who myself is.
I think that's my character.
There's nothing to fear but fear myself. Yeah.
He's like a gritty sort of, you know. Yeah.
Oh, is he like, Rorschach kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly. It's like Rorschach. So Rorschach is kind of a changeling in a way.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, that's spot on. Like, you got to do you're trapped in here with me line at some point during one of the cult fights. It'll be perfect.
Wasted Talent says, you wouldn't like me when I'm myself. Yeah, I like this. This is good. This is coming together.
I'm getting to myself for this shit.
Somebody said that I should check out the film Ravenous for inspo on the cannibal cult. That's a good idea. Ravenous. I'll check it out.
Spoiler warning for what, Manflesh?
I think he was talking about when we were doing suggestions for Brad's background. Heck if I know. Just a man.
The campaign? He's not spoiling. You're not spoiling the campaign, are you? No. Emery wouldn't do that.
What?
Even if he is 11 shots in. What?
We're figuring out what the campaign is right now.
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't actually know. Emery doesn't know.
Yeah, there's no way I could know. We literally invented it over the last 3 hours.
Jam saw you right. If we still wanted to have a dwarven grave digger, I am a dwarf.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, the Dwarg are like dark dwarves.
Oh, right. They're the dwarves. Okay.
You live underground, so you dig the graves from under.
Right.
You dig them up.
Oh. So do you bury people overhead like you do luggage in a plane?
Yeah.
Oh, great. All right, so it definitely seems like we're not going to have any sort of clerics or healer types. So I'm going to have to come up with like an NPC that can travel along with you guys and do some healing for you, which is fine. I like playing support DM NPCs. That's fine.
Perfect. Oh, so ideas for this character then, Emery?
For the receptionist cleric, Yolanda.
Yeah, Jam says Yolanda, the receptionist cleric. Nice. I don't know, man. I think you nailed it right there, honestly.
Yeah, Annie Potts.
Corb says a healing pixie also fits the bill.
No, that's a good idea. That could fit, yeah.
Or a healing pixie.
Brad, what does your character sound like? Do you know yet?
It's been bouncing around in my head.
Dion, do you know?
I was mostly gonna do kind of like my gruff grandfatherly black guy voice.
Sounds good.
Donald
Jason's
Glover thing really kind of stuck in my head. So
and Jason's a southern man.
gentleman.
Okay, this is good. We'll have good contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He
the
might
Brickishaw frocks.
he might sound a little Data-like.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay. Yeah.
maybe I talk like this the whole time.
I like it when a plan comes together.
Brickishaw. Time to kick some ass.
Emery, can I have a set of crutches that's actually machine guns? Speaking of A-Team.
No,
that's not
I'm gonna have to say no to that. I'm sorry.
All right, fine. Wow, ruined the
first-
fun. I was excited about this season, but not now.
My first no of the whole thing. Okay, I can't.
Wow, Blake, come on. He needed 10 more shots to agree to machine gun
shots, who
crutches.
say yes to full frontal?
All right, so I have here written down ideas for Emery's character, the DM NPC, Yolanda, the receptionist cleric, or a healing pixie named Twizzle Fluff. Both are good.
Oh my god.
Well,
My
we
dad
got
used
one
my
at
dad
home
used
base and one when we travel.
my dad used to date a woman named Yolanda. I was always terrified that he would marry her.
You'd have to call her Mama Yonda.
Yeah, yeah,
Yolanda
exactly. 'cause we
Yonda.
couldn't call her Yolanda Yonda. That'd be too much.
Oh my god, that's so fire.
I'm putting that down.
Greetings. They call me Quality Meltron.
Ooh,
I like it.
I see the vision.
Yes.
Yolanda Yonda, the receptionist. Okay.
Listen,
Tink
Yolanda
Emery Bell?
Adams, amazing singer too. So I'm with you.
I mean, Yolanda's a normal name. You know, there's nothing wrong with being named Yolanda. It's just when you combine it with the last name Yonda that it becomes hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. No, she cannot have a speaking spell as an item, Mithrander.
Okay, do we want to do a poll between Yolanda Yonda, the secretary cleric, and the healing pixie named Twizzle Fluff?
Sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, I feel like Yolanda's about to run away with it though.
She might. Let's give some fun ideas for Twizzle Fluff, the healing pixie, though. So the bonuses of a healing pixie is that you guys can carry her around in your pocket. She's very small, so she would really only come out when it's time for healing, you know.
Okay.
Any other ideas for the healing pixie? Because I agree, Yolanda Yonda is going to run away with it if we don't hype up the pixie more.
Yeah. Oof. What's about
the pixie could have some other Fey abilities, possibly.
Yeah. For sure.
What if she's a nymphomaniac?
Who's gonna have sex with a pixie?
She's far too small.
Exactly.
Oh god.
So she's sexually frustrated?
She's frustrated, yeah.
Can the pixie
Poor
be a
racist got so hard.
68-year-old chain smoker from Brooklyn? I'll have to
add in chronic masturbator, and I think we got a winner.
Deep gruff voice. Oh god.
Pixie likes to licksy.
Pixies can cast polymorph?
Okay, here's the question. So now, because this could be super stupid dope. So does polymorph also work like this, right? If I can naturally grow a size larger because I'm a Duragar, then I use giants for to grow another size. Could polymorph make me gargantuan if I already go from medium to like large to huge?
Possibly. I think that's probably reasonable. Yeah. You just get polymorphed and then use your enlargeability. Makes sense.
Okay. I mean, if we're trying to give reasons for the pixie, that's about the only one I thought of. But
All right, well, let's put that poll up and see what we get.
Yeah.
Okay, are you
That
still
poll
conscious?
up.
Run it up the pole.
Yes.
What are the pluses of the
poll,
reception?
Oh, it's already up. Damn, she's quick.
Yeah.
Way quicker than us.
All right, guys. Yeah, Secretary Cleric Yolanda Yonda, or the healing pixie who's a 68-year-old chain smoker nymphomaniac from Brooklyn.
It's so smart because if you just put the names up, it's a less of a fair fight. This is a very smart way to put it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What's her name?
The Pixie should be played by Brett.
This is the sound a doggy makes. Mr. Connery.
What y'all gonna give me for this heel?
No. Well, that's the sound your mother made last night.
Could we get Brett to show up for this? Is that possible?
That would be awesome.
Play a pixie? I hope
We should just have him like record a whole bunch of phrases.
Oh, dude, a soundboard. Oh.
Yeah.
Shit, you guys. All right. If you are, all right. So you got Yolanda, but now you have a potential of Brett Hermanson as a healing pixie soundboard.
Oh, Brett. Oh,
and
just what a sweetie.
Abhef says, couldn't the pixie just be called Yolanda Yonda?
I was thinking that myself.
Maybe everybody wins here. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we just combine them.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. She's also our secretary.
Yeah. Gets down to the get down.
All right, I think that's going to be what we do. Healing Pixie is winning, but I think we're going to combine the ideas because they're just so great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay, I just have to delete the word or.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the name.
And then I'll go ahead and delete everything else on the page.
Yeah.
Do it.
Son of a bitch.
I'll make sure it works.
And all of our information regarding this whole campaign will just be gone tomorrow. Emery will be like, what happened? What did we do?
His name is Hermanson, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yolanda Yonda, the receptionist cleric, a healing pixie played by a Brett Hermanson soundboard.
Oh, yes, please.
And then you would run the soundboard, I take it?
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh,
right
God.
on.
This is going to be so great.
Oh, dude.
I'm so excited now.
Season 2, baby. Oh, man, I'm geeked up.
Holy shit. All right, well, do you have enough information about the city? Any other minor things or big things that we need to sort out?
Who's our landlord?
Now, see, now that's finally another 3 hours of debate.
Who's our landlord?
Who's the landlord? Okay.
Mr.
What's the landlord name?
Mr. Robinson?
Our place has to be like the basement or the attic of another business.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, let me remind you of the businesses that we have already established: a turtle brothel, a thieves guild that's been infiltrated by the City Watch, a fried chicken cafe called Colonel's Fried Chicken, a Malort tavern, a fight club run by an aggressive monk, Our Bees, a fast food place that serves giant bee meat and keeps them in a bee farm in the back, a carrot farm, which might end up being connected to the rabbit god cult, a Breaking Bad style meth lab that creates the boom boom drug, or a blue oyster fishery / restaurant. Any of those sound good to you guys?
I'm kind of partial to the turtle brothel.
The first one.
Doesn't it?
I'm partial to Our Bees.
Yeah.
Just because it's like such a ridiculous fast food place.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And we could constantly be getting Our Bees, for free from, downstairs.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
Why don't you guys each pick one?
A turtle brothel is good too. It's tough.
I don't think there's any bad choices, and I'm saucy, so I'm very agreeable.
What if we share the basement with the turtle brothel, and then the chicken place is upstairs, or Our Bees, or whatever it is?
It's all in the same building.
Yeah.
It's like those A&Ws with a KFC.
It's like a combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in Our Bees. I'm in the turtle brothel.
Can we have the attic though? I feel like we should be up.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we have to have like
It's
a
like
poll. We have to have
It's
a
like
poll
a
that
work
we go
share.
down.
It's like a work share place.
When it's time to go bust a cult, we have to have a poll that we go down.
Right.
You know?
Got to keep some of that fire station vibe.
Okay.
I like that though. It makes sense that our bees and the turtle brothel are connected. I'm not sure why, but I think it'll all make sense.
Oh my God.
Listen,
the pole that you slide down is a stripper pole in the turtle brothel.
If you go down too far, you end up on the stage. So you have to jump off.
Right. Whenever we go out on a mission, we have to try to be careful to not interrupt the show with on our pole.
Is the turtle brothel like in the basement then?
Yeah, it's in the basement. But you can leave.
Real sketchy vibe.
We leave from the main floor.
Wait, will we have to roll a dexterity roll so we don't go too far down every time?
Yeah,
maybe.
Oh man.
Maybe we just have there's a big wooden platform that we put there so that we don't, but we can hear them down there.
JWM says, "Is the turtle brothel, madam, your angry landlord?"
Oh,
God, I hope
sense.
so. I hope so.
You'd have to be a stern customer if you're a madam.
Jeff says the turtle brothel is partially underwater.
You want to talk about a funk you've never smelt before?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the club in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. There's like a Chinese gambling den in the basement.
Yeah, so it's a turtle brothel, but they also cater to sea turtles.
Right.
Because it's on the coast.
It smells like hot dog water down there.
Oh man, so good. I just imagined a leatherback whore in the brothel.
Is the madam's name Lady Starfish?
Ooh, that's good.
Is that a joke? I don't get it.
Well, I saw Starfish. Corby78 said Starfish, and I was like, yeah, Lady Starfish.
Is there like a volleyball sort of like sand area in the back where the turtles like?
Are we gonna Top Gun it?
The turtles like put all the baby turtles, and then like birds dive bomb and eat all the baby turtles.
What?
That's horrible. I love it.
Well, it's what happens, you guys. It's real life. I'm sorry, but it is.
And the people
Why did you let that happen?
The people of the town go out there with buckets and try to save them. And
yes.
So sad. Oh no.
Holy shit.
All right, turtle brothel run by a saucy turtle madam named Lady Starfish. It's partially underwater. And she's also your angry landlady who's renting out their attic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Our Bees is the main floor. Maybe the second floor if there is one. I don't know.
Attic level 1 basement.
There could be more floors. I'm thinking. Our Bees, and then maybe other floors, and we're in the attic.
I don't know. I feel like it's getting a little busy if we add too much shit. But...
Okay, Our Bees, brothel, and us.
All right.
Holy Trinity, if you will.
All right.
Can we have the top 2 floors? Would they allow that?
Sure.
Do we need the top 2 floors? I don't know if we do.
Maybe you expand eventually.
Sure.
Okay.
Leaf
great.
ins. Nice. I gotta say, are we wrapping up? Because there's only one more bus headed my way that leaves in like 15.
Yeah, no,
okay.
we gotta wrap up.
We're
You're
gonna
right.
wrap up, guys.
For sure. I'm sorry.
No, we should.
Oh, dude, I'm having a ball. It's just gotta time it.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
Yeah, it's fucking cold outside, Deanne. So you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's why I'm trying to time it to. It takes me 3 minutes to get to the bus stop. Trust me, got that shit on.
All right.
All right. Well, I just want to thank all of you guys, the players, Brad, Dion, Aaron, Jason. Thank you so much. You guys are excellent players, and I love you. And I can't wait to embark on this amazing adventure as the Cultbusters.
the last thing that we all need to know is when do we embark?
Last Tuesday of every month, homie.
So that would be
so the 28th?
28th?
Yeah.
That's easy to remember. I love that.
28th of
That's really
February.
on
Make
point.
sure you come back because we're going to start the craziness at that point.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night on the Game Society Pimps Twitch, we're going to be playing The Sims with crowd control. Twitch chat will be determining what happens in the game, even if our Sims live or die. We're kind of scared because we don't know if our Sims will live through it, and that would be bad. But we've never done it, so we'll see what happens.
Wild.
It's going to be chaos and fun, and so hopefully you can tune in for that.
Yeah.
And make sure you listen to the podcast. Oh,
Share it, send it
boy.
around, give it to everyone. We'll give it to your mama.
Oh boy!
I get
Please
back
Tell your
for the end?
grandparents.
link it, you guys.
Yeah.
My character has started, and who's the next character? Dion's character.
Dion's character.
The next character, Jason. Can I say my name or just?
I think we got to save it because we made a
gonna
deal.
save
We
it.
made a
Monday,
thing out of
guys.
that. Yeah.
I'm so excited about. This is my best character yet. Thank you guys for having me once again.
Awesome.
I'm Wendell the Wombat in mine. You can listen to that now. And Dion's character will find out Sunday at midnight. When he says Monday, he means Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday at midnight Central. So catch it now, an hour later. See you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Cheers to all of you. Thank you for helping us create this season of Rated RPG.
Yes.
We tried to use every suggestion you gave us.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm
you guys
so
are all
stoked.
creative and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, everybody.
See you guys.
Cheerio.
Good night.